Hey everybody. So checking the score here, we're within we were within a couple hundred points, but they're moving up. Not joinable right now, but I will be in a little bit. I really want to see if I can catch. I think I can. I'm using this fish here to try and catch them. So you know what? I'll open a public room. I might not talk in the public room, but you're welcome to join me. I do like to have people join me. I'm really going to be concentrating, so you're welcome to join now. It's going to be Belgium, so you need to have the DLC. And I'm not going to change rooms if you ask. Just so you know. So, all right, finally got one. Again, they were spawning a lot better earlier. I caught about 150 of them. That's why I was so close, but now they're gaining on us again. I was within 150 points a few minutes ago. Now it's back up to 300. We're going to have to really push. Push, push, push. If we want to pass them. I mean, I'm not really worried if we don't, but you know, it's a competitive spirit. Of course, once we get past them, we're going to have to keep going because we don't want them to pass us as soon as we stop. Oh, that was a horrible cast. Let's see if we can save it. There we go. We've had horrible issues with like little glitches here and there. Phew. I was wondering if that fish like swam away from us, even though it likes the bait. So weird. Have to go to a couple other rooms, like if things stop spawning and things like that. Just kind of refresh it. Also, I get the glitch when I cast and the line immediately turns red, even though there's no fish there. That's an annoying one. I've noticed sometimes when that happens, at least in here, there's usually like a there's usually like a swirl that I'm trying to get, but it doesn't move and it doesn't do anything. So it's kind of a persistent swirl, kind of strange. Oh, I need to turn the chat on. I went ultra low latency, so I should be able to see your chats pretty close to real time now. If you guys chat, if you don't, that's cool. But things should work very fast as long as I notice them. And sometimes I'm bad about not looking down and noticing, but I'll try. So yeah, I set it to low latency today. Ultra low latency, so you should be able to see things pretty close to real time. Mostly because we have this thing called New Year coming, and some people will be having New Year. Hope you, if I don't see you before the New Year, I hope you have a good New Year. Hi, Jody.
Hello, how are you?
I am good.
You going to bring the new year in tonight?
Yep, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm streaming now, but I will stop before the New Year to spend some time
Oh, well,
with the
that's fine.
family.
You can stream. You know I don't care.
No. I'm not. No, I. But I'm also grinding this whale's catfish. In
Ah,
the past couple of hours, I've got like 150, almost 200. Maybe it's been longer than that. I guess 3 hours.
wow.
Yeah. I've been going
Yeah,
after.
me and my husband, we're gonna go out in a couple of hours.
Oh, you're going out. Nice. No, we don't.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
to the
lucky I stay up.
VFW.
Uh,
Well,
oh,
we're not gonna stay up past midnight, but we're gonna try to anyway.
yeah. Listen, I'm lucky if I stay up past midnight, but tonight I guess I will. I mean,
Yeah,
because I'm making a push trying to get at least one more place up.
there you
I
go.
saw an opportunity, so I'm trying to take it. I started out a
Yeah.
little more than 1,000 points back, and the last I actually wrote down the points, I was like 150 back, but then I think I kind of took a break and started my stream because I wasn't streaming. I was in a private room, just
Ah,
grinding away, and so I took a break and did that, and I think I'm more than that now. We'll see. And it's one of those things where you have to keep going once you get ahead because the minute that you stop, they're back ahead of you. You know,
yeah.
it's a bad part about trailing. You have plans for the new year, or you have a New Year resolution?
Uh, to get out of my mom's house for one.
Okay, well, that's a good one. Unless I know some people take care of their moms and stuff. So.
Well, my mom's, she's capable of working.
Oh, she is okay.
Yeah. We're here because they went up on our rent at the apartment
Oh no.
that we were staying at, and we couldn't
Uh huh.
afford it anymore.
You know,
And
price of everything is
we
just going
was
through
going
the
to try to
roof.
buy a house, but that fell through.
Yeah. Price of everything is going through the roof. It's
Oh, I
absolutely
know, it's
ridiculous.
pathetic.
I mean, you can't afford anything anymore. I mean, eggs are like, I don't remember what they were, but they are. I mean, every just basic necessities, are just through the roof.
Oh, I know.
Through the roof. I don't know. I hope things go down in the new year or whatever, but I don't know.
Oh, I know. Me and you both.
We got a new
If
president, but
anything,
to be honest, I don't
yeah.
know how much the president affects like some of that stuff. I mean, they always say that they do. They're like, oh, that's president's
Trump
bad and
is
he's bad for the
Trump.
economy.
He did his job when he was in office. He was getting paid nothing. He was doing it for free.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
He
it's not
didn't
like
have,
the president makes like a couple of 100,000 a year, but
yeah,
they make the real money because they're pretty much corrupt. And well, I don't know about the president necessarily, but all the rest of the people in office are pretty much corrupt. The president he doesn't necessarily have to be because when he gets out of office, he's going to make tons of money from all this. What is it called? All these like speaking engagements and things like that.
yeah.
So
In a way, I'm kind of glad I got the president that we got in January,
yeah,
because at least everything will start coming back down. I hope.
yeah, yeah. I hope so. I hope so. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how much he affects the. I know they claim to have an effect over the economy, but I don't know how much it really is in the president. I think that
Yeah,
there's a lot of things that are out of his control, and you know, but you never know. So
yeah. He almost had our country out of debt before Biden took over.
well, actually, he kind of did, but then COVID hit, and then he put trillions
Yeah,
of dollars onto the debt, for COVID. And I mean, some
yeah.
people will say that's
Well, that was
justified.
expected.
Right, right. Well, not really expected, but like, I guess people could argue that it was the right thing to do, and I think most of them would probably be right. But
Yeah,
still, it dumped us really bad into debt again. So, and then Biden like continued it and even kind of made it worse. So,
oh, I know.
I'm against all political people. I just don't. I just,
I don't care who gets in the White House.
yeah,
I just want our country back the way it was.
yep.
You
I
know.
just, I just want to be left alone. That's really all I want.
Oh,
Just
I
leave
know.
me alone. Let me have my money. Leave me
Yep.
alone. Like, let me do my thing.
Yep.
you know. I mean, that's one reason that I think that everybody expects the government to do things nowadays, and it's like, ugh, government's not good at doing anything.
No,
Nothing.
I know that.
I mean, the government screws things up more than it. And the thing is, I guess once people see the government do something like that's, they can't picture alternatives, right? And
Hmm.
so it's, it turns into an argument of it's either the government or it's nothing. And the truth is, before the government ran anything that the government runs nowadays, the things were getting done, right?
Yeah.
So, Bentley, how are you? Wings. Yeah, I saw you earlier. Sorry, I didn't respond right away.
Do what?
Oh, I was talking to somebody in the chat.
Uh,
the guy that I had played with previously. I have the ultra low latency on now, so like I see things like it's more interactive, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was trying to get the fish of the day earlier
Mhm.
for this freshwater until I realized that the fish of the day was actually uh, whoever caught the fish of the day had at least tied the number one fish for that fish of all time. So then I was
What
like,
is the
yeah,
fish of the day?
it it was the European bitterling. Now that's a
Um.
brand new fish for one of these DLCs, so it might have been possible to pass it, but yeah, I was getting nowhere close, and finally I was just like, yeah, I've had enough. Oh, come on! I know you
Yeah.
saw that fish.
Um. About 8. Doors open up at 8.
Oh, you're going. So, like, what did you say you were doing tonight? Like going
The
dancing?
VFW.
Oh, the VFW. Okay.
Yeah. If I could stay up until midnight.
That's it's so funny because like my daughter has been going. She's six, 16. She'll be 17 this next year. So
Uh-huh.
for a couple of years she's been going to friends' house and stuff like that for New Year's, and a couple
Yeah.
times she stayed the night and everything. And I was like, man, my wife and I would go to bed early then. And we actually used to go to bed early when she was younger because she didn't really care about the New Year. And we were just like, at least we don't have to stay up till midnight. But
Yeah.
I don't think she's going anywhere tonight. So I think we're going to end up staying up with her. And,
Make it a movie night.
yeah, that's probably a good idea.
The
Probably a
what?
good idea. My wife was, I said, that's probably a good idea. We'll probably
What,
do,
movie night?
yeah.
Pop some
Oh,
popcorn.
well, it depends. My daughter's not
Yeah.
like, she doesn't like to do family movie night. I don't know why. Because I guess she'd probably rather be in her room texting with friends, to be honest. Kids these days.
It's just a suggestion.
No, yeah, oh yeah. Well, um, bring it up. My wife was watching Footloose earlier today, and I couldn't help but go through and make fun of it a little bit. I was like,
Yeah.
who's gonna outlaw dancing? Come on, Footloose, Kevin Bacon. Have you seen it, Footloose? Oh, my Epic expired. No wonder. Do you need the money or the EXP one? Probably not.
Uh,
Money one?
I need the money.
Okay, there you
I don't need the I don't need the EXP. I just need the money. Yeah, I thought I might just drop off in here, catch a couple of fish, and then get off.
go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try and get up, catch up at
Mm,
least, maybe get a little bit ahead, and then I'm gonna get off
yeah.
and spend some time with the family, and then bring in the new year. And I have a couple hours after the new year to still, if I have to remake up some time, I can do that. We'll see how it goes. I don't think I'm gonna do the leaderboard next month. I don't know. I haven't decided. Like, if you would ask me day before yesterday, there was no way that I would do the leaderboard again this month. You asked me yesterday, and I was like, probably not. Today, I was kind of like,
Uh,
maybe I will, or maybe I'll just, you know, not go for the top
Yeah.
spot, but at least try and try and get top 100 or something like that. So we'll see how it goes. And then if I do that, I can't decide. Should I do saltwater next month? Saltwater seems like it's a bloodbath over there. They put up points like I don't even know. Fish a lot. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Thanks for the tip on the catfish here. By the way,
Yeah, no problem.
I haven't I haven't matched you yet, but I'm getting pretty close. You're very efficient when it comes to that stuff with those numbers that you told me. You ready for the new year?
Yeah, getting there.
Mm.
People are already lighting off fireworks everywhere.
Oh, they are here
I
too. They
know.
are here too. I'm on the East Coast, so yeah, they're busy. They're going at it, which the dogs always love.
Right. Mine's between my legs right now.
Yeah, mine was in here trying to snuggle up earlier. My wife just fed them, so they're out eating now. But I'm sure they'll be back in here trying to hide, or in the closet. They like to go in the closet. It was so bad. I mean, it gets so bad around here because in South Carolina, which is probably like a mile and a half away from where I live, um, there's pretty much they sell any kind of fireworks. So people have just in their regular neighborhoods, they have big ones, and of course we're pretty close, so everybody in our neighborhood brings goes down there and gets them. And so last year for the 4th of July, we just did an Airbnb and out in the middle of the country, in the middle of nowhere, and it was
All
really
right. Well,
nice.
I'm going to go ahead and get off. I just want to come in and
Okay,
wish a happy New Year.
yeah, happy New Year to you too, Jenny. Hey,
All
Twilight.
right.
Happy New Year,
Sparkle.
guys.
Yep. See ya.
Trying to get this catfish. Trying to catch up to the person in front of me. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. I've been making some progress, but I had a long way to go today. And get back's coming quickly. Of course, I'm not going to
Yeah.
stay on here all the way until midnight. I need to spend a little time with family. Family's important, even though we're all crazy. But just kidding. Are you ready for the new year,
What's,
Twilight Sparkle?
well, I'm trying. I just got
Uh-huh.
off of playing walkabout with my brother. He beat my butt.
Oh, nice. Walkabout.
I
Tomorrow we
just pl-
start playing for money.
I just
Nice.
played that yesterday for the first time.
Really? So I've
Yeah.
I've played like half a round. I haven't played a full round. I think where I was sitting, it wasn't very conducive because I had to like keep moving around. Like,
Oh, yeah, it's much better standing.
Yeah, I
yeah, and I
figured that
was,
out too. Could never get the right angle trying to sit down.
yeah, exactly. I guess that was my thing. And then, at the time I was pretty tired. I played this for a while, so actually getting that time when I'm ready to stand up for a couple hours. I
And we
have a,
do a
uh-huh,
match play, so the first one who gets the hole gets the point.
uh-huh.
So it's not like we play all 18. Well, we play all 18 holes, but we don't play it till everybody gets their ball in.
Okay, okay.
It's first one in gets the point, and then you move on.
That's cool. Yeah, I'd probably play that. Now, do they have like public lobbies there, or is it just like private? You have to set up beforehand.
You can choose to do a random player, somebody who's already online. I've never
Okay.
tried it.
Okay. I was just wondering because like I have no friends, so no, I'm just kidding. But I have no friends that have VR really. So
Well, there is a Facebook group that you can join, and they publish when they're going to start playing, and they give you the room code, and then it's like that code room 1, that code room 2. So when
okay.
one's full, because you can only have 4 per room, you just put the next number in.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Oh. So is that what was it? 78 you said? I think you had in like 2 hours the other day. Is that still like your record or have you gotten any
Oh,
more
yeah,
since
that
then?
was my best.
Oh yeah? Nice.
Mhm. That was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is good. Really good.
And I
Yeah,
think it
no,
put
that
me
I
like in 60th place on the board.
Okay. Okay. Sweet.
I just happen to know that's how many I caught because I had started with a specific number and then ended up at like a 200.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
I mean, I've done a lot in the past 2 or 3 hours. A lot. At one point,
Now
I
that was the
caught.
size of that one fish.
Oh, the size of
We
my
were
fish. Okay.
talking, yeah.
Oh, well, he caught 78 catfish in like 2 hours
No, no,
as
no.
well.
That was the
Okay.
size of my fish,
Oh, okay. 78
my
inches?
highest.
Okay.
I don't remember what the number was.
Oh, okay. 83. Okay.
I would have to go back and look at the messages. I don't remember what the number was.
I'll look at him real fast. Let's see, you got an 80, 726. So yeah, that must be a 8726. Nice. Oh, let's see.
What are we looking for here?
I'm fishing for the Wells catfish.
All right.
That's what
I'm
I'm
going to
after.
get myself a real. Wow.
Look, where's that one from? That's a nice looking one anyway.
It's Japan. One
Oh,
of the
Japan.
Japan
Okay.
rods. It's usually the one I'm fishing with.
Hmm.
That's usually the one I'm fishing with. I bought that Christmas one.
Uh-huh.
That thing's so skinny, it makes me think it's going to break.
It is thin. Yeah. So earlier I did an hour, and I did all I could. I lost one. It snapped on me, and I got 32. So not quite as high as you were, but and that was like hustling, hustling. And I got really lucky on some of the spawns. I actually had one spawn that spawned 5 catfish in one
Oh,
spawn.
wow.
Yeah,
I've never had more than 3.
yeah. It spawned 5, and it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure if I caught the. I think I got the last one or not, but yeah, one spawned 5 catfish because they were just big, huge swirls all over the place. I was like, whoa! And to myself, because it was almost when I first started, uh, I was thinking to myself, it was like the second spawn. I was thinking to myself, I hope these are all catfish. I hope they're not like the. There's one fish out here that makes some pretty big swirls that I was mistaking for catfish for a long time, but they were all catfish. So, so how long do you give it? Do you give like a certain amount of time before you just reset again if they don't
Um,
spawn?
I look for the swirls or bubbles, whatever I'm looking for. When I'm not seeing a lot of those anymore, I just reset.
Oh, okay.
I just try to keep my options various. Because I think this is how the game, personal best.
Nice. Oh,
I think
94.
this is how
That's pretty decent size.
this
I
is
don't
how the
know.
game works. So in this room, there are 14 fish.
Okay.
Yeah, 9 and 5. There's 14 fish, so there will always be 14 fish in here. So
Got
when
it.
you catch one, it's replaced with something else. It's replaced with, you don't know. I
Got
think
it.
it's random.
Okay.
Does
That's
that
where the
make
firework
sense?
comes in to try and make it
Yeah.
generate more epics when it does a replacement, I guess. It also refreshes the fish like as soon as you shoot the firework, which sometimes is not a good thing when kids come in and you have one that's almost going to bite, and they keep shooting off fireworks. And it's like, kid, you just got rid of my fish.
That's when you just boot them.
Yeah,
Thanks for the warning, bucko.
for sure.
Whoa.
Oh, come on, get it.
There's 3 catfish on this one.
I just got 2 catfish. Yeah, 3 catfish. That's a good refresh.
You must have hit an epic bomb because I keep getting these guys.
Yeah, I did.
Last time I saw you were still 7 on the board. Is that where you're at?
That's where I was. I'm trying to move up one. I'm working hard to try and move up one. At some
Don't
point,
go to bed.
I thought I
Don't
was
go to
going to pass them pretty easily, whoever it was, because they weren't online, and then they saw me online and started fishing. So now I just have to fish faster and more efficiently than they are,
That's right.
which I have been. I actually got up to, I think the last calculations I had was like 140 something behind. But then, I had to take a little break and get some things done. And, oh no, I just got a glitch. I think. Oh no, is that a? Oh, maybe it's not the glitch. I got the red, the red line in the water glitch. And what I've noticed with
Oh.
that glitch, sometimes I've had like a whale's catfish swirl sitting on top, and it just sits there. It doesn't move. And so even though I had the red, I was like, well, that's catfish right there. I'm gonna try and go get it and see if I could make it bite. But like I went over there and like teased it and everything. The swirl never moved, so there was a catfish there. So I didn't know if that was part of the bug. It only happened when I got the red line bug, but then I had to refresh.
Well, as long as you stay above 10, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
You still
it's
get the
just
gloves.
a personal thing. I was like, in fact,
I
earlier
know.
today, I was like, I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna have fun today. And then as I just played, I got closer and closer, slowly. If I would have
Yeah.
really made an effort, I probably could have gotten past. But
And
I
then you got
slowly got
bitten by the
closer and
bug.
closer, and finally I was like, all right, I got to try. Like now, I'm so close, I have to try. So. Oh, I just got a three catfish spawn.
Now, when they redid all that last update or whatever,
Uh-huh.
my medal for leaderboards on there, but all of the other little medals that I had for participation into this, that, and all that, they're gone.
Yeah, they said something about like the medals were a bug that they were still working on. So I don't. I don't know if that's going to come out in the next release, or somebody said that they've been working on it for a while, so it must be something that's kind of hard to fix. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think this rod came when you had to like pre-register for the Japan course or something
Ah, okay.
before it came out.
I'm surprised they didn't have a Europe one then, because somebody told me they have an American rod too before the
They do.
American release came out. I would
Hmm.
love to have gotten a European rod.
It's a wimpy one too.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hardly ever see anybody actually fish with it. So
I'm going to lose this fish. Trying to reach behind me on my desk and grab my beer.
Which is more important? The beer.
My beer.
For sure.
The fish will be there.
Yep. The fish you can catch again.
I just can't spill the beer.
Nice catch.
Keep getting these little 80-inchers.
Do you know what the number one is for the well?
Looks
the
like
what?
a 102 300 something.
I thought it was like a 102 something. Oh, it is 102 something because I was number 5 on the wells and I had a 102 something. I know I've gone down since then. I haven't stayed up, but yeah, I was, and I just happened to remember that one fish was like 102 something. The heck?
What?
Well, I was just, didn't turn red for me. I know the fish was there. So weird.
This kid pulled drag? Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, that one. It used to be like reeling in a ton of bricks, but they turned it down with the last patch. That guy was
Wow.
annoying, to say the least, until that last patch.
Yeah, when I was catching those in France, and I caught some that were 30 inches long.
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
really?
that was a glitch too. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's annoying.
I need 2 more pearls today.
Yeah, they come. I think they come a lot slower than they used to. It just seems like it takes a couple hours now. Where I thought I'd have all 4 within 30 minutes to an hour previously. So, I mean, I'm not for sure that that's what's happening, but I don't know.
Yeah, I still need 3 more.
guys have fish on? I'm going to shoot a firework.
This will turn into an epic, you watch. Brown trout. I've fed a lot of you guys these last couple of days.
Brown trout. Oof. A nemesis. Brown trout and cutthroat trout.
Hey, if it gets me a pearl, I don't mind.
Well, I mean, that's true. Absolutely. Still rather get it from a different fish. $95 inches. There we go.
Is that the fish of the day?
No, today's fish of the day was European bitterling, which is it's a little fish. It's rare. It's like in France and in
So they
Belgium.
can target that one.
Yeah, and but I realized it looked like the fish of the day that was submitted was the same size as the number one. So I think they got the number one size for the fish of the day. And when I
Why
saw
are
that,
you
I kind
after
of
the?
I gave up a little bit. I was like, oh well,
Oh,
that's going to be a tough one to match. I mean, I still
why are
tried
you
for a
after the
while. But
catfish?
what's that?
Why are you after this catfish?
Oh, I'm trying to pass somebody on the leaderboard, and you can farm these pretty quickly because they're easy to identify because of the swirl.
Gotcha.
And if you can catch earlier in 1 hour, I caught 32, so that worked out to, based on 20 points for each one, was that 640 points in 1 hour? So that's a pretty.
Yeah, they're worth
I've
like
heard
20
some people
points,
say
aren't
that
they?
they can get 700 points in an hour. I have not done that, but 640 is the best that I've done. So that's why I'm after it, trying to catch that
When
person.
I was doing it, my 9-point fish were my bread and butter. I would just pull those in as fast as I could.
All right, 160 behind now. Keep going. Yeah, the 10-point fish, 9-point fish, those are good. Yeah, because they come in so fast. But
Yep.
this one seems like you can target it well enough, and if you can get it to spawn enough, which I seem to, I can keep up. I can actually do better than what I was doing, and I'm probably not the most efficient, catching those 9 or the 10-point fish. Probably not that efficient as some people are, because I bring in a lot of 6-point with it. Because I can't tell the difference. But if I could, that might work out better. I don't know.
Well, one of the benefits to this fish is it's on top,
Right.
Yes.
so
That
you don't
is a
have to
huge benefit.
you don't have to wait for your bait to sink every frickin' time.
That's very, very true. Yeah, that's what in Japan, I think, well, Japan, I was working on those because I could identify, I'd spend an entire hour just fishing.
Yeah, that was when your fishing was for the eel and the moonfish.
Right, right. And, I was just testing things out just to see because I knew I could identify them super easy. but the eel took so long to reel in, and the moonfish, just not enough points there. You know, it's only 5, and for whatever reason that session, I was catching more of the eel than I was the moonfish, which didn't seem right. So I was catching a lot of eel, which you would think is faster, but it takes so much longer to reel in than the like something like the bony tail or the slender catfish that are both worth 10.
Yeah, that bony tail chub. That's how Martine gets first place.
That's how what gets the first place?
That's how Heath gets his first place trophies.
Yeah, I was talking with somebody. I think it was Mr. Bandito. I think it was him. And I asked him how many bony tail chub.
That's the guy I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
asked him how many.
He's got over 30,000 bony tails.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like he's caught like 30,000 of them. That's freaking. He's like, I said, so. I said, so you have fished this room before? Because we were in that Smith River. So you have fished here before then? Once or he goes once or twice. Uh-huh.
I got a rock with my name on it.
You know, this is called Smith River. My name's Smith.
Is it?
No, that's just, you know, pretend like he's talking like, you know, I'm Smith. They named it after
Gotcha.
me, you know, kind of
They
thing.
named it after me.
So yeah, I've been here and done. Yeah, this Christmas rod is as thin as they come. And it's a saltwater rod. I could see this being a freshwater rod, but saltwater, you need a little more oomph.
No big swirls. Wow.
Yeah, I saw the guy yesterday catch the fish of the day, winner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was fishing with him
Nice.
when he caught it.
Nice. I put up a video, like I had one a couple days ago, the fish of the day, when it was the bony tail chub I got it, which was surprising to me, considering how many people usually fish the bony tail chub. But I got it, and I put up the video because I'd been streaming, so I cut a little clip out, and I put it in the chat with my score. It's basically me going, "Oh, I think I got it." And it shows that I'm so used to, especially with the bony tail, just not even looking at the size of the fish. I just reach up and hit keep, right? Because I'm trying to get to the next fish. And usually I don't even look at the board. I'm just looking for the next swirl, next place to cast. And so I'm just in that habit. And I almost hit keep. And the only thing that kept me from hitting keep was the fact that it was a PB. And I was like, oh, it's a PB. Wait. And then I looked at the size.
Got a pearl.
Nice. Come on. Got another one waiting on me, so you need to bite. Come on and bite. What? What's wrong with you? That was weird. Couldn't get that fish to bite. Oh,
When
I
was
have
the
to,
last time you changed that lure?
probably never. I don't know. The last time the fish broke off, I think. Do I need to change it? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's starting to smell.
It's got some hunks missing out of the side of it.
Could
All
be.
the other
Doesn't
catfish.
doesn't swim straight.
Probably. That might have been it. I just switched it back, and then I go right back to that spot, and something bit right away. Felt like a catfish. Maybe not. This doesn't feel like a catfish anymore. You know, the squirrel had disappeared by then, so. Doesn't feel like a catfish anymore. Whoa! I don't even know what that was. I just jumped out of the water like 10 feet high. European perch. You are not the fish I'm looking for.
I was catching those sawtooth sharks today. Those are so fun to bring in.
I don't know that I've ever caught one.
Well, when you're done with this competition,
Okay.
we'll go
Where?
catch some.
Yeah, where
Japan
are
too.
they? Japan
Japan
too. Okay.
2, map 8.
Sweet.
And then the
Yeah.
sunfish on map 10 are a lot of fun too.
Yeah, the sunfish I saw somebody catch. I have not caught one. I've tried to
Oh, they're
catch one,
easy. They're easy.
but I just didn't get it.
They make me laugh.
Yeah, they're huge and they're like they're so strange looking. Like so strange looking.
And they try to get out of the water.
I used to think groupers were strange looking. This fish is like strange looking.
Yeah, I got the sawtooth shark and then those big squid. Those are fun to catch too.
Yeah, those are. I remember I've only caught one, the Pacific octopus. That thing gave me more trouble than any other fish that I've caught in this game.
Everybody says that, and I'm not sure why.
I know. I was
I
fishing
don't.
with some people and they could never even pull it in. They'd get
Yeah.
right up to the side of the bank and they'd lose it. And I'm like, come on, people.
It gave. I don't know what it was. It gave me. I mean, I finally caught one. I think I must have tried to catch one, and it broke off probably 9 or 10 times. And I was just by
Wow.
that time I was just like, I'm going to catch you. Like, I don't care. I'm going to catch you. And finally I did it, but like, whew, I've never had a fish break off that much. Even the one of the hardest ones that I've caught recently is that zombie goblin. You know, that thing is it's fast. It twitches back and forth fast. It jumps a lot.
No, wait till you
I
see the sawtooth.
oh really?
It's wicked. It is fast. And when it jumps out, it sails out.
Huh.
Yeah, it's probably the highest jumping fish in this game.
Oof. See, I'm not good with jumps. I just especially because you know like I fish a lot of the bony tail in my 1 month of playing this game. So it doesn't jump at all. And so I haven't gotten very good at like recognizing and snapping the right way with the jump. The fish can still fake me out pretty good. And that's probably why the Pacific octopus kept jumping, was so hard, was because I wasn't good at snapping the jumps.
Gotcha.
What gets me is when they like twist in the air. You know, I don't know if they're twisting in the air or, you know, or I think it's when they jump the same direction that they're traveling, and I have to go
Yeah.
further to the left. You know, I'm already pulling to the left. I have to go further to the left. That's always strange to me.
Well, whenever I fish, no matter what I'm catching, as soon as it bites, I keep my rod high, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when it jumps, I I just take my wrist and I either smack it down this way or down that way, depending on the. But I my arm never leaves the side of my chair.
Yeah, but sometimes they jump when they're already pulling to the left or right. What do
Yeah,
you?
but then you go the opposite direction, just boom.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like I have my arm already down to the left, and I have to go more to the left, and I kind of. I think it's just a mechanics thing with me. Like I'm already there. I can't. But yeah, I get it. Yeah.
When I first started fishing the game, I was like ripping my shoulder out of socket and everything else. Like, there's got to be a better way.
Yeah. Well, there usually is. Homegrown. How are you, sir?
Hey, Thinkum.
Oh,
Have you, Thinkum, have you seen Jules?
I have not. No, I saw her like right after you left. Well, a little while after you left, she was still in that room, had her own room set up. I have not
Yeah.
seen her since. Yeah,
Hmm.
not seen her since. Is she supposed
Y'all
to be
don't mind
around?
if I fish with y'all for a little while, do you?
Yeah, we don't mind at all.
Oh,
In fact,
nice.
welcome to join us. You have a New Year's resolution, homegrown?
Uh, I, I use the same one I make every year. I don't make them.
That
My
sounds
New
good.
Year's resolution is not to make New Year's resolution. And that way I keep it covered.
Awesome. How about you? Fish a lot?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to lose a few pounds.
All right. All right. I don't necessarily have one yet. I think, well, I guess I need to one. So, I mean, it's always good to have something kind of start the year off on the right foot, I guess. That's kind of
Mhm.
my, but not having one is also what I've done in the past too. And that seems to work all right too. But let's see. I don't know. Maybe like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess maybe not refuse to travel so much for work. Maybe I don't know. I'm kind of an introvert, so I like to not go anywhere. So I work from home. I work for a company that, they're out of New York City, and just the thought of having to fly up to, I mean, I've been once to the office for some meetings and stuff. They have them like every quarter and stuff, and they always invite me to go, and I'm always like, no, thank you. Maybe I'll resolve to go to more than one. I mean, I've worked for them for 2.5 years and been to one, so maybe I'll resolve to go to one or more this year, just to. And the only reason I really went to the last one is I was getting a promotion, so and they
Hmm.
wanted me to come up there and talk with them about it. So yeah,
I'm pretty much the same way. I'm pretty much an introvert. My nephew says I'm just antisocial,
uh,
but
yeah, yeah. Well, the two
I'm
can
not
go
though. I
hand in
mean,
hand.
I'm,
The two can go hand. I mean, I when I was a kid, I hated being an introvert, because I would never ever introduce myself to anybody. People thought that like I was, like I guess they viewed it as like me being like stuck up or something. I wasn't
hmm
it at all. I was just shy and introverted. So but, yeah, I hated it when I was a kid. Now that I'm grown, I'm like I accept it, and and I can handle social situations a lot better, I guess, than when I was a kid. I was really awkward, but now I can handle social situations quite a bit better. It's just that I can take so much of it, and then I'm like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah, but see, you learned all that as a kid.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I learned a lot of it as an adult too. Like I had a really good manager who was like, dude, you're so introverted, it's crazy. He said, I am too. Here's some tools that I use, and I was like, oh, thank you. So yeah.
they're
Otherwise, I'd probably still be in my mom's basement working. I'm just kidding.
they're all over at my nephew's house, and they're ringing in the new year over there. And
Uh huh.
he called me up, told me get over there. And no, I think I'm gonna stay right here.
Yep. Yep. I don't know the last time I went out for like a New Year's anything. I know.
Well, if I go somewhere on New Year's and I have a
Uh huh.
drink, then somebody's got to drive me home. Because if I've had just one beer, I'm not driving.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, that's
it's just
that's
not going to happen.
that's good. Well, nowadays they have Uber everywhere or Lyft.
Yeah, usually free
Well,
too.
yeah, but I'm way out here in the sticks. I'm in a
Listen,
little
Lyft
small town.
goes everywhere, even into the sticks. Now, if you're paying for it, now I don't know how the New Year's Eve free thing works. It's not going to be cheap, but it's better than getting a ticket.
Yeah,
Yep.
Because it's I promise it's going to be cheaper than the insurance and the ticket. That's what I tell
but
my daughter. I'm like, listen, you don't like when I wish they had something like that when I was, you know, in my 20s. Um, I mean, I didn't drive much, but I probably did more than I should have. And I know other
hmm
people that did a lot, and I rode with them, and it's just it's you're playing with fire when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
And now that there's an alternative, there's really no excuse. People people used to be like, hey, I don't want to leave my car at the bar overnight and this and that. I never use that excuse. Um, but several people I know did, and now you don't have the excuse. You just take an Uber
I
there.
lost my
You take an Uber home. If you're worried about leaving your car at the bar, just take an Uber there, and you don't have to leave your car at the bar. And even
right.
if you don't drink a lot, even if you don't drink a lot and you can drive home, then just take an Uber home. Just consider it part of the night of going out drinking. I guess. I mean,
I
nowadays
lost my
drinks are
oldest
so
daughter to
expensive
drinking
anyway.
and driving.
What's that?
I said I lost my oldest daughter to her and her boyfriend going out drinking and driving.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. I'm
I
sorry to
said,
hear that. Well, no wonder. No wonder. No wonder you won't even drink a beer and drive. I mean,
mm-mm.
and I don't think anybody should, to be honest. Now, hopefully, the person that hit them got what they deserve.
uh, no, not
No,
really.
no, that's too bad.
Actually, it was her boyfriend.
Oh, he was. Oh,
He lost control of the car and hit a utility pole.
oh, oh my gosh. Did they both die or just her?
No, he walked away with it. Walked away without a scratch.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so sad. There was a pretty close to us. There was like three kids that went out drinking and having a good time. It was like right before graduation, and they went off the road and hit something, and all three died. And it's
Mm,
just never a good situation like that.
no,
Never good. Anyway, let's find something a little more,
I
a little.
remember when, like I say, I was in my 20s
Uh huh.
and went to a bachelor party, and I remember parking in the front yard because there wasn't enough parking space for everybody. So
Uh huh.
I parked in the front yard, and there was cars all around me and behind me, and a big culvert right in front of me.
Yep.
I woke up the next morning. I was at home. I don't even remember driving home.
Oof.
Oh,
Back then, you think you're invincible.
mm-hmm.
Well, and that's the thing, like kids, you always do, and I think kids always will, like, but I don't know. And like I said, there was more than one time that I knew the person I was with probably shouldn't have been driving, but back then you kind of didn't have a choice. Like, what am I going to do? Like hitchhike home, or like there were
Right.
no cabs out there and stuff like that. So,
Sure
you
not
know,
going to call my parents to come get me.
oh no, no, I mean, well, especially before I was 21, for sure. Yeah, definitely not. But I've tried to like make it like with my daughter because she's 16 going on 17, and I'm like, listen, it's not worth it, especially today with Uber or something else. Like, and even if it's me, like, listen, if I'm giving you a ride home from somewhere because you don't want to ride with somebody because they've been drinking, I don't care how drunk you are, you're fine with me because that's the safety thing, right? So,
Yep.
in the same way that I took her to the gun range, right, to like learn how to shoot, I'm like, listen, if if the stuff goes down, the police aren't going to be there. 99%, 99.9% of the time, they're not going to be there. You're going to be relying on yourself to protect yourself. You got to be able to protect yourself, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with the police. You just can't have enough police to be everywhere all the time. It's just
Right.
impossible. Impossible. So, you know, you always have to be prepared to protect your own self.
Well, that's good that you took her to the, gun range and,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Oh,
taught her gun safety and
for sure. For sure.
all that stuff.
Well, let me tell you, you don't want to mess with her. She is a hell of a shot too. she she blew the center out of that target like I don't even know. I thought, I'd been in the military before, or I was in the military, and I thought I was a pretty darn good shot. And yeah, yeah, I don't want to mess with her or my wife. My wife also went with us, and took the class and everything. So yeah, they, but she was the best of the three, definitely. So yeah, and she was like, "Oh, I like this," and I'm like, "All right, that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad you do."
I remember
You sh-
growing up, my dad, when I was, I guess, 7 or 8, wasn't very old. My dad did not believe in locking his gun up.
Mhm.
I mean, he just wasn't going to do it. So instead of worrying about us touching his gun,
Uh huh.
he took some gallon milk jugs
Uh huh.
and filled them with water and put red dye in them.
Right. Right.
And he shot those and a couple of watermelons just to show us kids what a bullet would do.
Right.
And we never did touch his gun.
Dang right.
There wasn't no way
Well.
until we got it old
Mhm.
enough. He wanted to take us out and teach us to shoot. And, you know,
Yeah, I was never really
so
worried about like locking my gun up or anything like that until uh, I was in a class and like a concealed carry class or whatever. And the guy was like, "Listen," he said, "I know most people are like, hey, then when you want to have it available," he said, "get one of those biometric things if you're really worried about it." He said because like there's been somebody where the the kids knew better, but then they had friends over, and the friends found the gun and shot
mm-hmm,
off. And
Mm-hmm.
like so I'm not worried about my daughter. I was worried about the people that she brings over or something like that finding it, and their parents, in my opinion, probably didn't teach them right, didn't teach them, the gun safety because you know I live in Charlotte and it's an urban area. There are a lot of people that aren't really fans of firearms. There are a lot that are, I mean, we are in the South, but there are a lot that aren't, and they may not teach their kids gun safety. And even if I wasn't a fan of guns, I would at least teach them gun safety. Like
Yeah.
right.
that stuff, because I wouldn't want them coming across something and just you know.
There in Charlotte, do they have open carry there?
So
Or
North Carolina doesn't have a law about open carry or closed carry.
uh
Um,
huh,
so they allow open carry, but there's a law that's called, it's a strange law. It's called going armed to the terror of the people, which means that, and so like there's a lot of ambiguity there because like if you're armed and somebody gets scared, does that mean you've broken the law? Because they got scared because you're walking around with a pistol on your hip
right.
or something like that. And so, at least what I was told from when I took my concealed carry class, because that was one of the questions that I had was like, is it open carry? And he said, you're not going. He said you can walk down the street however you want as long as it's like slung on your shoulder or in a holster. He said that goes back to like back in the old days, I guess, when somebody used to ride through town and
Uh huh.
try and like point it at people just to like scare them and stuff. And so apparently that's where the law came from. But what he said was you shouldn't get a ticket if you're just walking down the street with with a firearm on. He said that shouldn't
Right.
be that isn't considered against the law, but when you read the law, it's pretty ambiguous. So I don't know. I mean, I haven't carried openly, and there's not a lot of people that do. Kind of, I wish more people did, but yeah, again, I don't know. South Carolina, it's actually South Carolina. It's illegal to carry open. You well, it was. I think they just passed something where you can, but like
Yeah.
like if you had it in the car, it had to be put away in like a closed compartment. So like it was funny because before I had a concealed carry, I had it in the car, but I had to have it on the seat or somewhere in view in North Carolina. But when I went across the state line, I had to take it from being in view to putting it in the console where it wasn't in view or in the glove box, you know. Strange laws. But now, you know, South Carolina is reciprocal for North Carolina, so I can just.
I remember I went and took my gun class to carry, you know, to get a license to carry.
Uh-huh.
And I took it, took course, went down, got, you know, certified on the gun range,
Mm-hmm.
had everything passed, and stuck the application in a drawer and never did mail it off. And I always regretted that.
Uh-huh.
But now in Texas,
Yep. They
you
have
can,
constitutional carry, right?
yes,
Yeah.
you can carry. I mean, it doesn't have to be in the open. You
Yeah.
can carry it concealed.
Yeah. Tennessee has that law too. You can carry concealed. It's constitutional carry, I guess they called it.
Mm-hmm.
And it can
Yeah,
be
we have that.
concealed.
We have that as well.
Oh, really? Where's that?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. I wish. I mean, North Carolina's always real slow to come around to things like that. I think you know what? I think that's what South Carolina passed when they passed because they you weren't allowed to carry an open, and I think they passed like a at least it's open carry. I don't know if it's constitutional carry or not, or like where you can carry concealed. That would be nice. I mean, I don't, but yeah, I don't understand. Part of the problem in North Carolina was uh, during COVID, North Carolina, you have to get a concealed carry, you have to apply to the sheriff uh, to get your concealed carry permit, right? So you go to the class, you get all that stuff, then you have to go to the sheriff's office, and he's the one that issues the concealed carry permit. He's also in North Carolina up until very recently. The sheriff's also the one that gets to if you want to purchase a pistol, you don't go through the NFA, you go through your local sheriff. And
Really?
yeah, and it actually what I was told was it harkens back to the days after the Civil War because they didn't want people of certain entities in North Carolina didn't want people of certain skin color to to be able to get pistols or get
Right.
firearms, right? Or and so I mean it's kind of archaic, but the bad part is like if you wanted to purchase a pistol, you had no other choice. You couldn't go through the federal government check or whatever. It was actually harder than that because you had to go to the sheriff and you apply for what's called a pistol purchase permit, and you had to do that for every pistol you bought. You don't, you know, you get a permit for every pistol. It's not like you get one and then you can buy them. And so the backlog for while COVID was running was almost a year long just to get a permit to purchase a pistol. And
Wow.
yeah, people were really upset with that. So they just changed the law recently that you can either do it through the sheriff or you can do it through the federal government. Or like I have, if you have a concealed carry permit, that serves as your pistol purchase permit, and you don't even have to go through the background check because
Right.
you've already been through the background check for your concealed carry, I guess. But yeah,
Here
it was pretty
we can.
archaic system. I'll be honest.
They leave it to the gun shop owners
Uh
here.
huh.
You know, they have to do a, a background check on you before they can sell it to you.
Oh wow.
And I don't know. I'm the type of person. I see people walking around with their guns on their hip and everything all the time.
Uh huh.
You know, that's fine. I mean, but I'm the type of person that likes to keep mine concealed.
Right. Right.
I don't want anybody to know I've got it on me.
Well, unless I'm making trying to make a statement, you know, by carrying openly, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
maybe like
leaving
So,
a bank
well,
or
I'm kind of a, you know, pro Second Amendment. So like I believe, and I have carried openly, just because most people don't know
I'm
that
gonna
you
get out of
can.
here, fellas.
Yeah, most people don't
See ya.
know that you can, and I like them to know that, hey, it's
right.
you can, and it's not illegal, and you know, of course, you have to watch out for that law, the going armed to the terror of the people law,
Well,
which apparently people are
they don't
charged
have
with.
that here
Yeah,
as long
I
as you
would.
don't pull the gun out and
Mm-hmm.
you know kind of. I guess they call it terrorize people or whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah, and
I don't know. I personally I believe if you got one on your hip and everybody sees it,
mm-hmm.
then I don't know, you're running the risk of running into that one jackass that wants to push the limit.
Yep. Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think,
So
but I also like I don't know. I mean, I think I just think it should be a little bit more. Um, I guess it's more of just a statement to say that I guess guns in general, in my opinion, should be a little more accepted. You know, like
yeah,
culturally, right? That
yeah,
and
if
so
you're
I guess
going to test me,
that might be
you're
why.
going to pay for it.
Right. Right. So that's the only reason that I, like normally in most situations I'm going to be concealed, right? I'm just not. You know, I don't think that it's. I don't want to be running around going like, "Hey," shoving it in people's face because that's just not
Hmm.
what I'm about, right? So, you know, like I said, but I also think that I'd like to see the general practice of having guns a little more accepted, you know, socially. So, because I think
I
that
think everybody ought to carry one
yeah, well, so
personally.
do I. Yeah, I think especially like a lot of women are against guns, and I say, you know, for women, that's like the great equalizer, right? Because it doesn't matter how big an attacker is or what sex they are or whatever. Like you could be the smallest, littlest girl or guy or whatever, and you have a firearm, you can protect yourself. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are.
Hmm.
You can protect yourself against the biggest attacker, right? Because that's the great equalizer when it comes to self-protection, and I think it should be empowering for people, right? That may have in you know throughout history not felt as empowered or felt like they could be taken advantage of, you know, kinds of things. So
Hmm.
whether it's you know women or whatever, so, you know, I think it's I think it's a good thing, and that's kind of why I want you know. And I told my daughter that I was like, you know, it's you should feel empowered. You should not feel intimidated or anything else. You should feel like
Right.
you now have the you can now determine your own fate, you know, and protect yourself if you
Hmm.
need to.
Well, I tell you,
You know,
I'm tell you something else I'm a big fan of, and I would try that before I would shoot somebody because I would hate to take somebody's life. That would
oh
have to
no,
be
that's never
that'd
ever.
be hard to live with.
Yeah.
Most
Oh,
people don't
100%.
realize how hard that would be. But man, a good pepper spray or mace, you pretty much disarmed the situation right there.
Yeah, I mean that's true. That's very true.
So they can't see what they're doing to get to you. I mean, you got the upper hand then.
You know, that's pretty good. And in fact, I'll probably because you know you can't carry on college campus, so I, I'll probably tell her
Just
something like
don't
that.
spray it upwind.
Yeah, yeah. My brother, he was a police officer before he died,
Uh-huh.
and he they have to get maced and tasered
Yep.
Wow.
before they can get their license.
I was in the Marines and we got well, we went through the we didn't get maced, we got the what was it?
Gas
Tear
The
gas.
chamber.
gas chamber, yeah, the
Hmm.
CS gas, yeah. Whew.
Pepper spray's much worse.
I well, I've heard, I've heard.
He said he'd rather be tasered than he would pepper sprayed.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He said that pepper spray's rough. I was watching videos on YouTube one time, people, losing their cool out on the road
Uh-huh.
and road rage.
Yep.
And people would walk up to people's cars just getting ready just to act really stupid. And somebody would have pepper spray, just stick it out the window, spray them in the face, and it was over with. They didn't want to
Yep.
fight no more. You know?
That's true. Well, you got to be careful. Like I watch these guys. What's it called? Armed attorneys, I think, on YouTube,
Uh huh.
and they talk about like a lot of the gun laws and things like that. And one thing they were saying was you have to be careful with that road rage stuff because nowadays you may not even be, if you're, they were like, you don't want to carry all the, you see all the people riding around with the NRA stickers or the stickers on the back, you know, broadcasting.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of know which, sometimes which cars have, or a gun owner, right? Those kinds of things. If you're, you're carrying your Browning sticker on the back of your car or whatever. They said, and then they said, if you're going to do that, don't get into a road rage because you know that the first thing they're going to do is call the police. And the police are going to say, because they called the police, then the police are going to say, okay, well, tell us what the gun looked like. And everybody's going to say, oh, it was a black, like handgun that he stuck out at me and pointed at me.
Yeah.
And, he said they were like, hey, you need to get an attorney, whatever. But they were like, if I were you, if I were carrying in the car, I would carry the pinkest, brightest guns. And also, don't put those stickers on your car.
Well, that
They- uh-huh.
everybody I know they like the autos. Me, I'm a wheel man. I mean, I like the revolver.
They're reliable, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
I do like the semi-autos for sure.
You
Um,
hit a dead piece of ammo, you just roll over to the next one.
right.
I carry, and it's not a really big gun, but I guarantee you it'll stop you. It's a little 38 with a inch and a half barrel on it,
Yep.
titanium uh, uh, Taurus,
I used to carry one.
and
The only issue that I had with that is capacity, right? Like and reloading, right? So
uh
with like a 1911, you have what 8+1 or 7+1, something like that. So you have good capacity, but reload, similar capacity. I guess you can get a revolver with eight rounds, but the issue is reloading, right? If you needed to, you could reload, right? So I look at like who was it? Real recently, there was some store owner that like was getting robbed, and he shot two guys. One of them he killed, but and they're trying to take him down for it. But anyway, you know, he shot off quite a few rounds. Like in the moment you're probably not aiming correctly. You might need all those rounds. That's primarily the reason that I mean I carry a Glock because of the reliability first of all, and
hmm
because of the capacity. Is it the most concealable? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're pistols that are much more concealable because that's a double stack, so it's pretty wide. Um,
Yep.
but at the same time, I you know I have quite a few rounds, and I don't even have to worry about
Well,
reload for a while anyway.
I've got a Colt 45 back there
Uh huh.
that's a semi,
Uh huh.
and I don't very seldom ever carry that gun. I have gone to the gun range. I got a nephew. He's a gun fanatic. He loves guns,
Mm-hmm.
and we go to the gun range from time to time. And usually, when I'm carrying my little 38, I've got uh, this little plastic piece. It'll hold 6 shells. Well, my gun only holds 5, and I can almost reload that gun as fast as he can put a clip back in his auto. It might take me
You have the
maybe a second
quick
or so
load or
longer.
speed loader or whatever. Is that
Yeah,
what
it's
you
a
use?
speed
Speed
loader.
loader. Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
do, I open up my wheel and
Uh
I
huh.
stick 2 in, and then put my thumb over the next two, stick 2 in, then one in the middle. You know,
Wow.
my
Yeah.
fifth one, and I can load it pretty fast.
That is
But
quick. But you're loading
but
from like loose rounds, right? Or are you loading?
I'm
Or
sorry.
do you have them in a speed loader, or are you just picking
Yeah, I
rounds
have
out of
them
your
in the
pocket?
speed loader.
Okay.
No, I have
Okay.
them in the speed loader. When I carry my pistol, I always have a round, another round in my pocket.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it.
But the thing is, when you're in a, a dire situation like that, your
Mm-hmm.
nerves take over completely different. I mean, I could sit out there and practice it all day, but in a situation where you need to do it really fast
Uh
and
huh.
somebody shooting at you,
Right. Well,
it changes the whole
well,
dynamic
it
of
does,
everything you're
but it
doing, trying
doesn't.
to get it reloaded.
That's where the practice comes in because, like they used
Hmm.
to tell us in the Marines, like the reason that they used to scream and yell at us, like to do stuff. Part of the reason, I'm sure it was fun for them, but beyond that,
Ooh, I
uh,
got one.
was to induce stress and to also, they said, in combat, you always revert to your training, right? Like you're going to be stressed out, nothing's going to be working.
Right.
You're going to fall back on what you've been trained to do, and that's why you train the way you do.
Yeah, it's sort of a mental,
Right.
uh, not what word am I looking for? It's where you're used to doing something a
Yeah,
certain way.
muscle memory almost, like
Muscle
yeah,
memory. That's the
yeah,
word.
where it becomes second
You
nature.
get used
Yeah,
to that.
becomes second nature to you. So yeah, I guess that's the truth. Is making it second. But hi, Liko, how are you?
Hello.
Are you ready for New Year?
Yeah,
Do
born
you have a
ready.
New Year resolution?
Get better at fishing.
What?
Get better at fishing, I guess.
Oh, I thought you said get
There
better
you
at
go.
get better at kissing, and I was like, what?
What?
That's what I thought I heard. I'm sorry. I'm glad I clarified. Glad I clarified. Oh, thanks for
Is
the
that
gold.
misfire?
No, no.
Yeah,
Liko shot off for gold. Thank you for the gold.
I'm trying to get my money up today.
Are you level 20?
Yeah.
Oh, go for the Wells catfish. Well, actually, the Wells catfish is not the best one on this map for money. Best one for on this map for money are the Orphe.
The Orf, really?
Yeah, they bring way better money than the Wells catfish. Wells catfish
Hmm.
normally brings like 400 or 500. The golden Orphe will bring you like 1,000 to 1,500 if you're fishing on expert.
Yeah. I hate these perch. These are annoying. I was fishing for the Orf at the last spot.
Uh huh.
All I caught was the perch
Oh,
for
okay.
like 10 minutes.
So one of the tricks that I'm starting to learn how to do, I'm not good at it yet, is I'm trying to start to figure out how do I tell the difference between different fish. So I'm catching the one that I want and not the one that I don't. I don't know. One good way that I found to do it sometimes, not all the time, is if you can find a bait that your fish likes that other fish don't like, or at least other fish that are on the same, like, top water, bottom water. If they're on a different, if they're on the same top water as you, I like to find a unique one that the other top water fish don't like, right? Or
Mhm.
stuff like that. I try to use to distinguish, and then once you find that, it's like I try to watch how long it takes them to be attracted to it and turn your line red. And if it's not fast enough, because then I know that it's not, not the fish that I want. Because if it's the food they like, they'll be attracted to it very quickly. They should turn your line red pretty quickly. So I'm just trying to figure that out. I'm good at it with some fish, not good at it with others. So it takes practice for sure. I thought that was a catfish. So I'm in 6th place now by 281 points.
Nice.
Barely, yeah, just
Good
barely.
Keep
job.
moving.
Open up
Don't
the
let
gap.
up.
Yeah, that's the trick.
I looked at my salt water where I was at in salt water.
Uh-huh.
There's two Bose catfish out there right now.
I'm way down there. I think I was like number 70 or something like that. I'm down.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm pretty far down.
I think in
yeah.
saltwater.
I saw you were doing pretty well on the leaderboard. What's that now,
Oh,
Lico?
never mind, never mind. There was a fish in saltwater. I'm like, I think 50. I was thinking that it was a season score. I forgot that it's not.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with any of the scores for saltwater fish. I'm
I
horribly
don't
bad at
remember what
saltwater so
fish it
far.
was. I'll go check what fish it is.
Okay.
Can I check it in the scoreboards?
I don't. I don't know. I don't know.
Probably not.
There we go. You are the fish I'm looking for. The green fries, man. They pull so much drag. It's crazy.
Which one's Billy?
They're little tiny fish called what was it called? Bream fry or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah,
And
I think it's called European bream fry.
those things they pull drag like they're a Wells catfish, and then
They
they
do.
pop up after they pull the drag. They come in pretty easy, but when they pop up, they're just this little teeny tiny little thing.
They're smaller than the pinfish.
Yeah.
They've got a perch over in the European map, the
Uh-huh.
first one.
Yep.
Oh, it takes forever to bring that little perch in.
Yep. 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 That that perch thing is.
Yeah, you just touch the trigger and your line goes red.
Yep. That's the way this bream fry was until this last update. Then they turned it down a little bit because I think people were complaining.
Your fish just jumped and I tried to snap it.
Oh, you're trying to snap my fish, huh? I get it. I see
Get
what you're
away from
doing.
there, don't snap you. Oh, you got it anyway. Trying to sneak past him with them big old bubbles.
Oh, that's a PB.
Nice. Congrats.
537, 800 credits.
The last I looked, the number one on the Wells catfish was like 102 inches, 102 inches and some change. I don't know. Ooh.
I'm going straight. I love coming in here watching the younger kids fish.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
why is that?
watch them get into it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That is. You know,
It's better than
I'll be honest. Some of these kids come in here and fish, and they know more about real life fishing than anybody else. Like more than I know, more than anybody that I know knows. These guys are like experts at you
I
know.
probably do. I've been fishing since I was like 2 or 3.
Have you?
Yeah.
What do you fish for? Anything
Um,
that bites?
I mean,
What's your favorite
sometimes
fish to fish for? Maybe that's a better question.
redfish.
Redfish. How do you catch it? Like I don't. I've never been fishing for redfish. Are they saltwater or
Um,
freshwater?
saltwater.
Saltwater. Okay.
I like to use this big mullet like out in the deep, and they'll pick it up, or like little Ned rigs or something.
Okay.
we used to go fishing a lot
Oh
when
yeah,
I
I
was
went fishing yesterday.
when I
Caught
was a
about
kid. My dad
50
would take us
crappie.
camping and fishing and stuff like that all the time.
Uh huh.
We always had a blast over that weekend.
I got rained out of fishing today.
Now, do you go when you go? You go out in a boat on the saltwater,
No, I
or
don't live by saltwater anymore.
oh, you don't? Okay.
Now I fish off of a dock
Off a dock.
on
Okay.
a Lake Monroe.
On the what?
Lake Monroe.
Oh, okay.
Y'all got
It's a
red
big
red
catch.
snapper up there?
Do I have what?
The red snappers, do y'all have them there?
Where?
Where you used to fish, I
Lake
guess. Red
Monroe and all
snapper
that.
saltwater, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
saltwater.
Okay.
I don't think. I know there are some on the pier, but not where I would fish. Oh my god. That looked so big. Its whole back was out of the water.
It's a glitch.
It's only a 439.
I had a job once. I set up medical equipment,
Uh huh.
and my boss he'd come in on a Friday sometimes and tell me, get the guys lined out where they need to go and what they need to get done. He says, we're going fishing. He had a 30-foot Mako with twin outboard screws on it.
Uh huh.
We'd go like, I don't know, 70, 80 miles offshore and tie up to those oil rigs. Oh, you talk about fishing.
Really?
Yes,
And the oil
it
rigs,
wasn't no,
though, you'd think the oil rigs are kind of out. Well, I mean, I guess there are fish around them, but
There's like everything around them. I've heard of people catching like giant cobia, like
really,
we'd
marlin and
catch,
stuff.
we'd catch the
Cobia,
ling,
marlin, snapper.
uh, red snappers,
Yep.
uh, those
There's tons of
little
sharks down there.
sand sharks, and some bigger sharks. We'd sit out there, and it wasn't a matter of. It's not like fishing in a lake, throwing your bait in the water and waiting for a bite. It's like hoping you can get it down there deep enough to get to some of the bigger fish.
wow,
So you throw it over the side of the boat, and you're gonna
they're
get a
after it,
bite.
huh? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, most places I've fished, like if you catch a fish, you're doing well. Like you put it out there and you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait. Or if you're lure fishing, you cast and you cast and you cast and you cast.
hmm Well, I live close to a lake. It's called Lake Palestine,
Okay,
and it's outside of Tyler.
okay.
And that's probably one of the cleanest, prettiest lakes I've ever fished out of. It's got some pretty nice fish in it.
Now, what do you like to fish for?
Uh,
Preference,
usually bass or catfish.
bass.
I
Yeah,
like
I've
to
never
fish
been
for
bass
crappie.
fishing. I have the equipment. I'm going bass fishing in the next. Well, I mean it's kind of wintertime, so but I'll probably go. They have a couple spots that I'll probably try and go and hit up. I've always been trout fishing. I grew up in New Mexico, so trout
I've
fishing was
never
my
fished
thing.
for trout.
Yeah,
Me either.
mountain streams and things like that is what I've always fished. I mean, I've fished a couple lakes. You know, never really uh, been out in the boat on lakes. You know, so that'll be new.
I've always was fascinated the way people fly fish.
Uh huh.
That always fascinated me how they get a rhythm going and
Mm-hmm. Well, that too, and so I'm gonna try fly fishing as well. That's on my bucket list. I'm gonna do that.
I'm in the next couple of days. I'm gonna hop on my computer and I'm gonna start a website and I'm gonna start selling the flies and crappie jigs that I'm tying.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you're tying flies and crappie rigs. That's pretty cool.
yeah. I learned how to do that, and now I can't stop.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
you might. I mean, if you're gonna do that, you might as well make some money and sell them to people. And if they work,
Yeah,
I promise you'll make a lot of money.
I haven't tried any of them, but it's just about the same as crappie jigs I used to catch them.
That's pretty awesome. It's like that Senko. I can't imagine how much Yakamoto makes off his Senko. That's all I see when I Google like bass fishing or anything like that. I haven't used one. I bought some, but like everybody was like, use the Senko, do the wacky one or the Texas rig.
See, I've tried all those worms. I've never had any luck with it.
Oh, really? Well, you know, it
Yeah.
very well could be marketing, just like everything else, and so I guess I'll figure that out soon. But I did have somebody tell me legit, like in here, and then a friend of mine as well was like, listen, you can try out crankbait, you can try out whatever. He said when nothing's biting, he said he said pull out one of those soft worms, one of those worms, something about them.
I'm not seeing any catfish right now. I'll reset like 6 times.
I'm gonna head on out, guys.
Hey, it was nice
I,
fishing with you, Twilight.
I may
Yeah.
come back later.
Yeah, okay. If I
Take
don't see you,
care.
have a happy new year.
You too. Happy New Year.
Yeah, same here.
Ooh.
Have you
That's a
ever
big one.
have you ever heard of anybody seining on a lake? And what that is, it's fishing with a net from behind a boat.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I've
highly
seen that.
illegal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
it's
never seen it.
cheating. It's cheating and it's illegal.
Huh.
Unless if you're
It
doing like work on a big lake.
They have a lake that was around my dad and my uncles where they lived. It's called Lake Tawakoni, and he would go out at night and take his boat and he'd take a net
Uh huh.
and he'd seine,
Oh,
pretty
I see
close
one.
to the dam.
Uh huh.
He would pull catfish out of that dam, out of that lake, that when he laid the tailgate down on his pickup truck,
Uh huh.
the fish would hang off, that catfish would hang off at least a
Oh
foot
my
on
gosh,
each side.
that's crazy. That is absolutely insane. Wow.
I mean, he'd got hold of some that he couldn't even get in the boat. They were so big. They had a man capsizing his boat over there by the dam once, and they sent divers down there to get him.
Uh huh.
And they said they would not go back down there again because they had catfish down there that could swallow a man whole.
Wow. That's
That's a big catfish.
absolutely crazy. Yeah.
Do you know what kind of catfish they were?
I don't know what kind they were, but They look kind of like the old mud catfish. I don't know if you know what one of those is.
No. The only catfish I could ever imagine swallowing somebody was one of these Wells catfish.
What kind?
Yeah, one of
These
these
Wells
kind here.
catfish.
Yeah. Well, they look like. Well, no, they didn't quite look like that. They had more of a different tail on them.
Blue catfish?
Yeah, they
Flathead
kind of look like a
catfish?
blue catfish. You know the shape of them, but I don't think a blue catfish could ever get that. I don't think they ever got that big.
No, me either.
We'd sit out there and
Gooch
we could
catfish or something?
we could cut a steak
Hey,
off
people.
each side of that catfish. That was probably, I don't know, an inch thick.
Wow. It's like a tuna size.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe a small tuna, but yeah,
Yeah.
they were big. He never got caught at it. I don't know how. I mean, it's like we went out fishing for those red snappers and ling and kingfish and the sharks and whatever we could catch.
Uh
We
huh.
pulled back into pulled back into shore and was getting ready to dock the boat, and Texas Game and Wildlife came over.
Uh huh.
Want to know how we did? And we said, "Oh, we did great. We caught our limit." He said, "Well, you
How do
mind
I
if I
turn
look
on
in the cooler?"
one-handed?
I'm
Come
sorry. What'd
again?
you?
How do I turn on one-handed fishing?
Oh, go to your lodge. You can't do it in multiplayer. You can do it in
Oh.
single player, but if you go to your lodge, click on the gear in your lodge, and then you'll see in the top right-hand corner, it'll say whether you want to do left-handed fishing or right-handed fishing, one-handed fishing or two-handed fishing, and you just select one-handed fishing there.
Yeah, right or left.
I might get off and get back to tying flies.
Okay, sounds good, bud. Yeah, you'll have to let me know your website. I'll buy a couple for sure
Alright.
when you get it set up.
I'll probably set it up tomorrow or
Okay.
tonight. After I figure out how to do all that.
Yeah, let me know how it goes.
Alright.
All right,
I
buddy.
will. Alright. See
All
you
right.
guys.
See ya.
All right, take it easy.
You too.
Yeah, some of these kids,
But that,
they know fishing. Some of
yeah,
these kids will be like, I got such and such pound test and lead, and I don't even know,
mm,
and such reel, and I have no idea what's a good reel and not a good reel, and like I've kind of, I guess when I was growing up and stuff, we always fished with those Zebcos or whatever, and now I have
yep,
a Timu rod, so
yeah.
whatever catches a
Or the
fish, I
ugly
guess.
stick for the rod.
Yeah, right. That's exactly right. The ugly stick, and I mean, I
Anyway, we
just,
pulled into port, and that game warden looked in his cooler,
uh-huh.
seen all those red snapper in there. He said, red snapper, there's a ban on catching those right now. He said, no, I didn't know it. He said, well, he says that's your job to know it if you're gonna go out and fish. He says, but he says you got two options. He says you can either surrender the fish and we'll give it to this homeless kitchen, or a kitchen that feeds homeless people.
Uh-huh.
He said, or I can charge you $1,000 per fish.
Ooh, I
And
guess
there
the
was
homeless are
three
eating
of us.
well tonight.
Yeah, there was three of us, and we was allowed four fish.
Wow.
He told us, no, go ahead and take them. That's fine.
The homeless ate good that night, huh?
Yeah, they
So,
did. If that's where they ended up.
yeah. He probably took them and then took them home, to be honest. And we're gonna give them
Yeah.
to homeless shelter for sure. No, I don't think. You know, there's some pretty decent cops out there. You know.
But that's the only law enforcement agency that does not have to have a search warrant to come into your house.
Really, the
Is
what's that? The fishing game or whatever.
hmm
I didn't know that.
If they get if somebody tells them, look, they've got illegal game in their freezer, or you know,
They don't need a search warrant
they
at all.
can
That
no,
doesn't sound
they
right.
can come in, check your freezer. No, they can't go all through your house now,
No, no, yeah.
but to go in there and seize illegally caught, you know,
There's Jules.
venison and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm ground.
What
You
we got
cheating
in
on
here?
me.
He
You
was
cheating
Hey,
hunting
on
you
me.
earlier. He came in here and said,
I was
"Hey, have you seen Jules?"
looking for you, girl. I was looking for you. I seen where you sent me an invite, but time I got back on my phone, then
Oh, that was
you was
from
gone.
earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you was gone. I said, well, I
Okay,
missed her.
let's.
I kind of got hung up getting back on here. I had to talk to my daughter. Oh, that girl, I
That's like
swear.
when I talk to my daughter. Ugh. No.
Well, she was in. She had to go to the hospital the other day. She didn't even remember going up there. They loaded her in the car and took her to the hospital. She was severely dehydrated from throwing up and from the other end.
Oh yeah.
But they took her to the hospital and
Hope
got
she's
her
doing
ironed
better.
back out, I guess.
Yeah. Hope she's doing better now.
Oh yeah, she's doing a whole lot better.
Good.
That girl just worked so hard. Oh my goodness.
Oh goodness.
At least 2 or 3 days out of the week, she'll do double shift.
Uh huh.
I mean, she works hard.
Oh, that's oof. Double shifts. I did that when I was in my 20s, and yeah, I tried it a few times, and I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm not cut out for that.
Well,
Hello, fishing.
she does it. She's tough as nails, boy. I'm gonna tell you. She's
I
a
went from
worker.
82 to 62, I think.
Wow, you jumped.
Really?
You jumped a
Yeah, I
ton.
did. Uh-huh.
Yeah, nice.
Well, when I
I
went in
went
there and
from 7 to 6.
Huh?
I told you I was sitting at 70.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got
5.
off and I went in there and just to check one more time,
Hello,
and
Thinkum.
I lost a point.
Yeah.
I dropped to 71 in just that little short time.
Oh.
I couldn't figure out how that happened.
Uh-huh.
How are you,
Oh
Poker?
well.
I'm back. How are you?
Welcome back. I'm good. I'm good. I just I jumped up into 6th place, which I wasn't sure that I'd be able to, but I'm grinding it out. Do you have a New Year's resolution, Poker King?
Yeah.
What is it?
Spend more time with family, get good grades, and try to create more videos for the people.
Ooh, sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot.
I'm gonna be watching the ball drop while editing, so I got like
Yeah, I still haven't
I
had
have
the chance to go out and check out your videos, but I will today. I will definitely do that today before
I've got like 4 more videos to upload.
Jules
I.
Dinkum asked me what my resolution was.
Yeah.
What is it?
not to make resolutions
Right.
because I usually can't keep them.
Right?
Well, then, are you gonna be able to keep that resolution?
Oh yeah,
And that one he can, huh? What
yep.
about you, Jules? Do you have a resolution?
No.
No?
No.
My resolution is to, you know what? My resolution is to be more active with my daughter because she's got a year and a half left of school and then she'll be off to college. And
Yeah.
so I want to make sure that,
Oh whoa.
yeah, I think that's a good one. I was trying to
That's a
think of
good
one
one.
today.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
$1,500?
Yeah, that European perch, it pays well. If you want to make money, that one and the Orphe are the ones to catch. The whales
Now
doesn't catch
Dinkum,
anywhere near that kind of money.
you live where
The
now again?
hold up,
Me?
where
Oh,
is
I live in Charlotte, Charlotte,
Yeah.
North
Charlotte,
Carolina.
California?
Oh,
Hey, I used to
Okay.
live in North Carolina.
oh, you did?
Yeah, about 45 minutes northwest of Charlotte.
Okay. Is that like
Inside of
Shelby
Hickory.
or oh Hickory?
Hickory.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I lived in Morganton for a little while when I was working for
Yeah,
a
me
company out
too.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Morganton, and then
I
I moved
lived
to
in
Asheville with
Tennessee
my
for
wife, and then
lived
we
in
moved back.
Tennessee for about 10 years. And moved back home
What part of Tennessee is such a big state? Eastern part or western part? Central?
east.
East. Okay. East Tennessee's pretty. It really is. Up in the mountains.
I was probably about an hour and a half away from Sevierville.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too far from the
Pigeon
border there.
Forge and all that. Pigeon Forge and all
Yep.
that. I guess. Sevierville.
Yeah.
Like
That's a
and
beautiful
I
area.
moved there,
Ooh,
and
whoa.
I'd ask people, "Do you know what the three stars on your flag mean?" And very seldom you'd get a Tennessean that could tell you what those stars meant.
I
It
couldn't tell
just
you what the stars meant, but I'm not a Tennessean. But
well, one it's for east, middle, west, east, and middle Tennessee
huh? I did not know that.
because the state's long.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
not very wide, and they got east, middle, and west Tennessee. So
Yeah, if you drive I-40, it takes 8 hours to get through Tennessee.
Yeah.
hmm
8 hours?
8 hours of that's like. I mean, I guess
Straight.
that's a little bit of stopping along the way. I mean, if you really pushed it, you might make it a little bit faster than that. But it's a long, long state.
You know how I drive to the other side of Tennessee?
Ah,
By plane. Air travel.
that is the way to travel, for sure.
The the bus
Unless,
of the skies.
unless like, I could do without Coach, quite frankly. Coach is
yeah,
Coach is not fun, especially you have like screaming babies next to you or something like that. That's the
We
last
don't
time.
do coach.
I
Last time
do.
I flew when I went to New York, that's when I got this headset. Right before that, uh, I took this headset on the plane with me because I want to be able to tune out. I put headphones
There
in,
you
I
go.
put this headset on, I watched a movie, and the rest of the plane faded into the background, which is
Let's
exactly
You
what I
see.
know,
wanted.
I flew from DFW to Tennessee, which a little over two
DFW is
hours, I think it was,
okay.
4 hours, and I couldn't wait to get off that plane.
Uh huh.
It was like, oh, seats are hard as rocks.
They're hard as rocks. They're way too small for,
hmm
like I've been on a business trip flying back and forth from Las Vegas and flying back and forth from Phoenix, and inevitably, because I'm flying solo, they stick, well, one time when I was flying back the last time from Vegas, we had three big guys. And, I'm not a little guy. I'm not a huge guy, but three big guys all in the same row, and we were like, "Oh, great! This is going to be a fun flight." And I always take the aisle, so I was just hanging out in the aisle the entire flight. Every single time uh, flight attendant walked past, or one of the flight attendants walked past, they're all, I'm having to try and get out of the
Move your
way.
leg.
Oh, it was miserable, and it was like it was a 4 or 5 hour flight. I was just miserable the whole time.
Another one right there.
I felt bad for the guy in the window seat though. At least I could leak out into the aisle. Like he was kind of stuck there in the corner. And the flight was
Well,
absolutely packed full, so there was no moving around. There was no nothing.
we
Thinkum.
Uh huh.
I had
Do you
I was
use
like,
any You go ahead and talk. I'll go after.
no, go ahead.
Do you use any computer for when you do live or go
Yeah,
live?
I do. I use a MacBook.
MacBook?
I broadcast to my MacBook, and then my MacBook picks it up and sends it to YouTube with OBS. Yep.
Ooh, that can be contagious.
Right.
Oh,
That is very
Yes,
contagious.
it is.
I'll try some fireworks.
Thank you.
XP and then gold.
And epic.
And
I don't think any of us need XP, but thank you. But thank you for the gold. And if you
Uh-huh.
need XP, then by all means.
I'm so close to level 20.
Are you?
I'm like
Well,
1 bar away.
you'll get there.
Oh, well,
It'll
then you'll
come.
get there now.
Yep, it'll come quick. Oh, you got it again. You're gonna make me start doing that. Oh, was that somebody else, or was that the same? Was that?
Huh?
Oh, that it is contagious.
It is. I just not finished yawning myself. Holy cow. Me and my daughter do that. We'll talk on the phone. She yawns, I'm going to yawn, or vice versa.
I just stayed up late last night.
Are
Came
you
back
Are you
here.
planning to stay up tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay up editing and uploading.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I stayed up because we were traveling back to where we live after visiting family for Christmas
Oh, okay.
last night.
How long was your travel? How long was? What were you traveling for? Were you
Traveling
in the
from the
car? I
East
assume,
Coast.
or were you on a
No,
flight?
we had to fly.
Oh, okay. How long was the flight?
12.5 hours to Quebec from Canada.
Ooh, that's a long flight.
Thank God we had first class.
First class is nice.
So we got
I
all
fly
the
first
comfy
class when I
seats.
can, when I can make my boss pay for it.
You can just say your boss's company, and then you can have a friend that works there pretend to be the boss when you call him.
Yep. I wish. Unfortunately, he actually has to pay the bill, and I don't want to pay the bill. So eventually, he's going to get the statement, and it's going to say first class tickets, and he's going to be like, "What?"
I
Yeah,
didn't sign
right?
up for this.
I was like, "Oh, it was supposed to be a free upgrade. I didn't know they charged you for it. Sorry."
Right?
Yeah, right. I don't travel enough to get like the free upgrades and stuff. Nope, nope. And they tell me you're the last one to board, which I never understand. Like why they, you know, why they put the first class on first. They're at the front of the plane, right? You put those guys on first, and then the rest of the, then they start loading from front to back, and everybody has to
Wouldn't it
like
just be back
scoot
to
past
front?
one another.
Yeah, it
Everybody's
should be
trying to like
the
go
back
over one another.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, you would think.
You could do the front, and that's just inconvenience.
It is.
Have y'all heard about that plane crash that killed like 178 people? It was just a couple of days ago.
Oh, I didn't know.
Uh-uh.
Their landing gear didn't come out,
Oof.
and the pilot was
Oh, I saw
trying to
that. The
where
girl,
they hit that
passenger
brick
or the
wall
girl. Hmm?
he was trying to get the plane slowed down and he couldn't do it, and they hit that barrier at the end of the runway,
Oh,
and it killed everybody on that plane except for two people
wow.
that were sitting at the back of the plane.
So I guess the
Yep.
back is the safest.
Yep.
Oh, if you're going head on into something, yeah.
Well,
Well, I
if
ain't
you're
seen
going
too
head
many
on, then
planes
it's
with
probably
reverse on
dangerous.
it.
Well, they do have a little bit of reverse, but not flying reverse. They have reverse on the ground.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
usually they get somebody to push them, don't they?
Yep, yep, that too. Yep, you're right.
Hey, Barcelona. Yeah, and just getting ready for the new year. I think everybody is.
I just felt so bad for all them people that were sitting there waiting to hear if their loved ones made it or not. Oh, I think it was Malaysia. I don't want to say where it happened.
Not the best.
Not the worst.
No, nope, because I have 100. Why not just pull one?
Ooh, this is a
That
pretty
wasn't my
big
best.
one. I have a pretty big one, I'd say. No, it was so big. I'm actually gonna make my fish bigger.
How you gonna make your fish bigger?
There's, you know what quick release is?
Oh,
Down
yeah.
on your thumbstick when you're reeling it in. After a bit, when it's like about 15 feet away, you quick release it and it'll reset it to a bigger size.
Somebody told me that it doesn't work. We tested it. It
You
doesn't really
tested
work.
it?
I mean, you might get a bigger one, but it's random. And how do you know how big it was when you first brought it in? No?
Exactly. Because you
It was
didn't
like
bring it
right
in.
there. It was like right there and it
Yeah,
jumped
but
out.
that's so glitchy. You can't tell what size it is.
It looked big on my
Well, exactly. But
No, we actually. I was with somebody who was testing it, and
see, let's see.
thanks a lot, Barcelona. I
Oh
just
yeah,
started,
fish.
so um,
He's
I
right
don't know.
there. The
But
bait.
yeah, thank you very much for the compliment. And Happy New Year. Oh, goodness.
That took forever for it to grab a hold of it.
Yeah, sometimes I felt like it's just like, get it, fish. Like it's right
I know,
there.
right? Yeah. It feels like it's taken like 5 minutes.
Well, my wife heard me earlier when I was like alone in the room, and I'm trying to like gain on the person in front of me, and I'm like, fish, take the bait. It's what you like. I promise. Grab the bait.
Okay, so that was not it.
Grab the bait, fish. Oh.
Where are the fish? Oh.
Oh no, I hear
Is it just
fireworks.
me, or the more you catch the whales catfish, the smaller they become?
Mm, no, I've caught. I'll have to see
Different.
them when
Mine
I've
go
caught
up
'em.
and down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is the fish? Like,
Thank you.
come on. 1,000 credits?
For the white bream. That's crazy. And the Wells
Not
catfish brings like
1,000.
500 every time you bring it in. 5 or 600, 4 or 5, 600.
One of them I caught was 1,800. These white breams, bro. Maybe they're the new sharks. They like dough balls since when? Since when did you like dough balls?
What did you catch on the dough ball?
I didn't catch white breams since when
Oh.
did you like dough balls? You always eat my.
Boy, oh my!
Trying.
That glitch is getting out of control. That glitch is getting
Was that
absolutely out of
huge?
control. Oh yeah, it's
Was it
beyond.
huge?
Like its head
Oh,
goes from homegrown. Its tail comes all the way past you.
oh wow.
Yeah, like its head is over here, its tail's over here.
Homegrowns look smaller than
Yeah,
yours.
homegrowns looks to me. I mean, it
Mine
looks
is
like they're supposed to be.
81.146 inches.
I mean, mine's supposed to be long, but it's not supposed to be that long. I had a 97, so
Guess
97
that's
inch, I
why it
think.
looked longer.
I don't even know what my longest one is in here.
Oh,
Let's
it's
see.
going to take forever to.
Notifications.
Can't wait for the new season tomorrow.
Are you gonna compete for the leaderboard?
No, I don't
No.
really like competing. I just play this game for fun and it's
Okay.
relaxing. Usually after school or something.
Yeah, that's the best way.
Where's
I
that?
mean, and to be honest, like
Oh,
I get fun, I get enjoyment out of competing a little bit, as long as it's like chill
Friendly.
competing, kind of like I mean, the leaderboard is pretty rough for this, to be honest, but it's not horrible. It's you can take a day off if you need to, as long as you work hard the next day. And I might just take a break from that altogether, even just to make sure that I'm like enjoying the game, because that's really
Well,
the
I've got
important
one in
part.
here that's let's see, 91.257.
that's his. Ain't it?
Well, you got one in here, Dinkum, that's 95.
I had one before that was 97, but I don't know how long ago it was. I think it was pretty far. So
I got one that's 100, I think. It said 100 on there.
97.84 Wells
thanks,
catfish.
Barcelona. That's
Thinkum
pretty awesome.
Dinkum.
I'll try to keep it like that.
100-inch catfish.
100 what? 100-inch cat?
100.
Yeah, Did you just catch that, or is that
No,
That's what
fine.
Jules
Oh.
caught.
Jewel? You got a 100-incher?
Yeah.
Holy moly!
And it wasn't my
mean-
best.
Wow. So you must be you might want to check the leaderboard and see where you're at, because I know the record is 102, but you know with
Yeah.
100-inch you're probably up there.
It's close, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll be right
Probably
back.
in the top 100 anyway for that.
Yep. I'll have to wait.
I'll be grinding all day tomorrow to get money. And then probably 5 days after that to try to get pro coins.
Okay, I don't say nothing now. Come on.
Gotta get
Where
the pro
are you at?
Let's see. Where's the fish that I want? Not here.
Let's see if this is it here.
Time for more epic.
Ah,
Sorry.
oh, the gold. We're running out. Gold.
Careful with those
Better
fireworks.
than
You're going to scare all the fish away. Just kidding. How's it going on your EXP? Or are you working on gold now?
I'm working on gold to finish my XP finally.
There was a fish right here. Take the bait, buddy.
You know, I'm on expert mode. I look up, there's the white dots. It's supposed to be for a small fish, because I have a bait for a small fish. They're like 30 feet big. Like, what is that?
You mean the white dot like the swirl on top?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
like giant, and I'm going for small fish. The graphics designer.
So I don't know if the swirl on top gets smaller when the fish goes down towards the middle, or if it just disappears. I don't know.
I think it just depends on the size of the fish.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's got a lot to do with the size of the fish too.
It is wild. Barcelona, it's crazy. I hope they get it fixed soon. Chat was talking about the glitch. He saw how big it was. It is crazy. I mean, the fish was supposed to be big. 97 inches is pretty big, but yeah.
97 for what?
Or was mine 95 maybe? Maybe it was 95 that time that I had the glitch real bad. Oops. Let me check. Yeah, it was 97. It was like a couple fish ago. 97.684. Yeah, that fish that I caught, it was, I got the glitch again. 97 inches, but I mean, to be honest,
Whoa.
looked almost 10 feet, 15 feet long.
That is weird.
There we go. Nope, that's not one.
How long are you going to be streaming for, Thinkum?
Probably not too much longer. I'm gonna take and spend some time with my family for the new year. I plan to get back on after midnight, but I don't know how long for. And, you know, the actual season. Yeah, for sure. The actual season doesn't end till 3 a.m. my time, so
Are you
I do.
Eastern?
Yeah, I'm Eastern. Yeah.
Then we
So
have the same time zones then.
yeah, so 3 a.m. my time or midnight Pacific is when like the new season starts. So I plan to log in after midnight at some point and make sure that I don't get left behind. Make sure I maintain my spot and
Be on at like 3.
or if I did
morning.
get left behind in the time that I was spending with my family, try and make it up. I don't know whether I'd be able to or not, but try to anyway.
I'm gonna probably be on at midnight because I'm gonna be staying up. So, I gotta make more editing. and upload.
So my favorite DLC is probably USA East. I mean, I think that I like the uniques is really what kind of attracts me to USA East DLC. Um, I love the beauty of the Japanese DLCs. I think that the maps are done really well for the Japanese DLCs. Like that one map where it's at night and the entire town is like lit in pink light. It's a pretty good one.
I got a Wells.
Yeah.
So yeah,
This is it.
that's a pretty good DLC. I didn't want to bother people with me talking to the chat and when they're trying to fish and stuff. Yeah, so it's probably that one. Like I said, I do like. I mean, I really like all the DLCs to be honest. Even these Europe ones, which weren't my favorite coming out, just because their quality is not quite up to some of the other DLCs, the quality of the images and stuff. The more I've been here, I think they're
Okay,
making
buddy.
improvements to them, and
This
that's what
is out
somebody
of
told
hand.
me.
What
I
is
haven't
this?
been playing this game long enough, but they told me that kind of all the
They
DLCs
need a
started out a
what?
little
Okay,
rough,
buddy. What?
and they got better, right? So they iterate on, the
This
development team
glitch is
iterates on them,
crazy. I'm
makes them
telling you.
better, and I
It's like
really
lava
think
over
that
there. Today.
these Europe DLCs can be really good. Like I think that you know, especially the potential, all the
Mm,
countries and all the
load it.
even
New.
individual locations, because each location in the Europe DLC only has
My
3
previews all
maps in it,
48
right?
hours.
So like France has 3 maps, Belgium
Daily
has 3
from
maps,
1
the
to
Netherlands has 3 maps. So
13.
there's a lot of potential to
19
like
views
just
last
add
48
individual maps
hours.
to the existing countries there.
One that
So
video 2
there's a lot of potential for Europe, these European DLCs. So, and they were only $3. So, like that makes a big difference. And I do think that the DLCs are probably priced well in accordance to like, how well the DLC is. I probably played US East the most of all the DLCs. Um, I've actually probably played Japan 2 the second most, and only because I fish a
Oh,
lot of
that's not
freshwater,
working for me.
and there's not a lot of really good freshwater like leaderboard fishing types of things. And I'm just talking
Holy!
specifically for the leaderboard with the US West DLC, because I mean, really, you're looking for like epics that are
Whoa.
fast to reel in and stuff like that, and it doesn't really have that. So um, so yeah, I haven't done a lot with US West DLC, but I do like US West. I like the maps there. I like the fact that you can go fish next to El
Skyrocketed.
Capitan. That's pretty cool. I have to admit that. So yeah, but definitely US East is my favorite, and mostly because of the uniques, mostly because of the locations, that kind of thing too.
Little bulbs are swirls.
Oh, that's actually seems like I should be doing that more than that. So,
Where's my fish?
traffic source.
Don't fall asleep, Poker King. You sound tired, bud.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying to
His
get these
voice has been
videos.
getting softer and
Yeah.
softer and softer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I'm.
okay, dude. I mean, like if
I
you're
got my
tired,
coffee next to me.
you probably should take a
Take your
little
nap.
nap if you're gonna get back up for the ball drop.
I gotta upload these videos and edit. I got like 2 hours of editing I had to make. So I'm gonna be uploading like a bunch of shorts and videos.
I mean, the editing will still be there tomorrow, bud.
Yeah. Sure will be.
It's not going anywhere.
Well, I try to get it done as soon as possible so then I can have more time for making more videos and uploading more, growing my channel faster. Okay, here we go. This is what I needed. Analytics.
My eyes are getting heavy. I know that.
Here we go. Yes.
Guess what I got beside me?
So, alligator dough. I like the alligator
Who?
dough.
Oh, ground.
I think it's a lot of people really like alligator
Initials
Huh?
FB.
dough.
Yeah.
I don't know that much could be
Let's see.
done to improve it. what could
Yeah,
be done to improve
Sir.
it. I mean, it's an epic. I would like to see
Yeah, I'm thinking
more
about that
locations that,
myself.
that have it.
Well, I had to
We'll
get
bring
Is it
it
my
started a little
favorite fish
in
to
bit.
with a
catch?
bang.
Absolutely not.
Yep.
From my
Got me
perspective,
something on my
I
belly.
enjoy catching it. It has too
What
much
is
in
going
common
on? I
with
can't get
the
nothing.
My headset's at 42%.
muskie, right?
Run it
For
to
me,
15,
like
charge it,
it's
and
kind of
probably
like
be on at like
when you
11.
go out to catch them,
Okay.
it's you can't distinguish between the gar and the muskie. And maybe I haven't like worked on really distinguishing them, but they like the same baits. They
I
like
don't
the
know. My
same
line's been doing some stuff.
everything. And I like to be able
It'll
to, especially
the
with
water will
epic
splash,
fish
but you
like the
don't feel it
gar.
touching
I like to be able to
your rod.
distinguish them from other fish that I can
Oh,
like,
finally
just
something.
like I'm doing here with the
1337. Oh,
Wells
Mr. Orr.
catfish. I like to be able to to segregate that fish, know that I'm going to catch that fish,
Gosh, I haven't
and that's
been
mostly from
into
like a
this map in
leaderboard
so
points
long.
perspective, right? So like
I
that's
went here
I
the
like to
first
do
day
that
it came
because
out,
I
and
want
it just
the
didn't come.
extra points and the point boost that come
You
with
didn't miss nothing.
um with catching epics, right? And being
The
able to
first
catch them
day. It was
frequently
so
is good. I don't think
a
the
lot of
alligator
little
gar
glitches,
spawns as frequently as a lot of
but
other
they got them
epics,
fixed.
and so I would probably fix that if I had
Almost. They got one more
if
little
I
glitch
asked
to
the
fix.
developers to do
Yep.
anything, it would be
Actually,
basically
my
have it
rod
spawn and
is
then
at the
also to
buoy,
have
so
it
why isn't it doing it?
distinguishable from uh, the
You know?
muskie, right? So anyway, sorry, did I miss something? Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it.
He's wondering why his rod wouldn't move
My
his
bobber wouldn't like
bobber.
go to this spot or this setting.
Oh,
It
okay.
was like
Oh,
let me
that's why it
change it.
disappeared. Son of a
Yeah.
bee. If they give Epic disappeared because it was we're out of Epic.
Oh, that's what happens.
It did. It sure did. It
It's happened to me.
disappeared.
It's happened to me once or twice. Yep.
Oh, the gold
Oh,
ran out.
so-
Hold up. Bunch of gold.
Yeah, I do like the alligator gar. I think it's, and a lot of people really like the alligator gar because, I mean, it's such a unique fish, right? So, yeah, I mean yeah, I like it. Like I said, I'd like to see it kind of like some of the other epics where they're in more than one map.
I think when I start mine, Jules, I might just sit on the
Okay.
end of the
So yeah,
poster
I like the alligator. Okay.
and turn my YouTube
So what is S10? I don't
collection
know.
of videos
I don't know the
behind
numbers in
music.
USA East. Sunset Beach USA Free. I'm not familiar with that one. Again, I don't follow a lot of the
I know that's
saltwater
not
maps because I haven't been
Yeah,
there.
I'll probably stay in here.
I do like sunset
Maybe,
maps.
maybe it'll wake me up.
Let me see. Hang on a second. No, let me look and I'll tell you the answer. So S10 in
It's
USA
probably
East.
like
S10. Yeah, that's Lake Martin, Alabama. I do like that one. Yeah, I do like that one.
These squirrels look awful
I would
small.
like to see, to be honest, like there are a lot of places that I'd like to see that are similar to that, right?
That's
The
a great
southern
oh
lakes and
shoot.
stuff like that. There's a big tradition of fishing in the South,
Come
like lake
on,
fishing, a lot of
man.
bass fishing, right? Gar, things like that. That's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh. My
Um,
Nope,
let's
not
legs.
even
see.
that.
So
The
yeah, I
wood.
do like that.
All
I
right,
do
let's
like that map a lot. I think that it's pretty
I've been
cool
sitting on
that
my legs too long.
it's forested and it just has a really good look
Laying
to it.
down.
I'll be honest.
How can
Um,
your legs be too long?
like
Because I'm
let's see.
5'6"
Let's go to US
and I have a
free.
short coach.
Let me take a look at that.
Well, that's like somebody
And
told
you
me my legs were too
said
short
Sunset
one
Beach
time.
USA
I
free.
kind of disagreed with them. They reached the top of my butt and they hit the floor, so I figured this is about the right length.
You're talking about Key Beach. Okay, that beach. I have not fished that one enough. I I, I like it.
Oh, I know what I did
I
last
fished a lot
night,
of the
homegrown. Yeah, I
What'd
got
you
on my
do?
phone. I
Cania
was just
Point.
looking
I'm
around,
not
and
familiar
then
with
I
that
got
name.
to watching the
I've fished
videos.
this. I need to fish it more.
Thank you,
So
Matthew
yeah, I don't really
Rife.
have too much of
Yeah,
an
I've
opinion
heard of
on
that
that one.
comedian Matthew Rife.
I
Yeah.
do have a goal
Uh-uh.
of fishing this map more. So
Oh my
my
goodness, he is
favorite map
He's
hilarious.
out of
funny.
all the maps, oh,
He is
it's
hilarious.
that
I
would be
just kept on
hard
scrolling, watching videos of him.
hard to
Oh my goodness.
that
He
would be
always
hard
wear
to
his
call.
hat
I like, to be
when
honest,
he
I
was
kind of like the holiday map, the holiday village near
Now,
Boise.
Almost.
I like different aspects about the maps,
Well,
right? Like
guys, are y'all
I
seeing any
love taking
decent
new
sized
people to
whales?
fish
'Cause I'm not sure
at the
about.
Statue of Liberty. I mean, that
Huh?
one when I
I do, but I
first
don't
saw it,
see the
I
right
didn't even
one.
think anything. I went to fish at the Statue of Liberty, and I was
I
just
got
like,
this.
"Wait,
Oh,
what?"
he's racing.
I love the fact
Okay,
that there
what
are
is
four
this
New York
length
City
glitch?
maps.
We need to get this under control.
I think it shows a lot of different
It's going from
views of New
his
York City.
fishing
Next to the
rod
Brooklyn Bridge is so
right
iconic.
here.
Central Park is super
See?
iconic. Um, Hudson
It's
River,
like
Well, see, it don't
741
the fact
don't
that
credits
it's
show
for
kind
that
of
big
near the
here.
Millennium
$10,000.
or the new
I'm back at
tower.
my money mark.
I forget what they call it.
$10,000.
The one that replaced the 9/11
Alright, now
tower.
I'm switching over to trying to
I think
catch
that
the
that's
white bream because they were
pretty
bank,
iconic. Probably of
baby.
the four, it's probably my least favorite of the four, but I still like it a lot.
Wow, Jules.
What is my favorite
Huh?
map? I like some of the Japanese maps
Said my.
for the feel and the look and the peace and quiet,
Oh, there he is.
and
There he
the
is.
Korean maps.
Okay, there we
Okay.
go. Thank
Like
you.
I didn't
I
know,
see.
I didn't think that
All
I would
right, so
like
now I know what to look for the
like
bubbles.
like the Korean maps are really growing on me.
So I surely
Like the
couldn't
River
find you.
Dong here, it's like
Looks
Did
good,
peaceful and
don't
everybody
it?
quiet,
else
Certainly.
and fishing for that slender catfish is
got
chill.
gold
You know,
fish?
there's like no rapids there.
Oh,
It's very similar to the Smith River
I may have to go out and
map,
come back in.
but I kind of like this one quite a bit. So
Wow.
my favorite. Let's see.
Fish not spawning in?
No, it
I have to say probably one of the Japan ones.
a
Let me look
fish
here.
will grab my line,
Like
and
Refresh
all
I
it
your
love
does
this
is
map. The
refresh
flash.
your
It
Kinti
doesn't.
Bridge at night. I think that's amazing.
refresh
Uh,
the
I
fish.
did.
Chawaska Village.
Okay.
Let me see. I think it's probably
Well, that's not it.
in here. Where is it? This one. I think this. If I had this Dorokio
Pumpkin,
gorge is.
pumpkin seed,
I just like the
sun.
serenity, the fact that mountains come straight up out of the water for
Bite
this
my
Dorokoyo. So it's Japan Part 2, number 6. It's one of
food,
my
my
favorite
dough
maps for sure.
ball is covered in edible gold. This is a fancy restaurant, except you're in the water, but be on land, so. Oh, come on, man. The one time I didn't want big fish.
Oh, what were you going for, bud?
The it's like all the way, it's on the first page, all the way center bottom.
Okay, I'll look at it when I get this fishing.
That's worth like a lot of money, even though it's small.
First page?
First page, bottom center, I think.
That's the white bream.
I'm trying to catch a white bream. They're worth like thousands. Like $1,000 a piece for a fish. For
Okay.
only if this game was realistic. It'd be rich. My left arm would be absolute jacked. How much it reels in. I don't want a brown trout. Can I release a brown trout? I can't.
Not after you brought it up out of the water.
Why is he so big? He's only 15 inches. So why is he like 30? Now he's hovering
It's the
across
glitch.
the screen. Man. Ooh. Big shadow. Blink. Right in the center of this row. I have to post more. Let's go to my Whoa, that
Those are tough
skyrocketed.
questions. Favorite fish to catch, favorite fish to have.
I think I found what people like.
That's a tough one. I like the Wells catfish a lot.
I mean, I ain't complaining.
My favorite fish to catch is probably the one that I spent towards the
Oh,
first of
I've been
this
coming out like
towards
81
the first of
inches
this
here lately.
run towards the leaderboard, which is
Ain't
the
been that
lake
big.
sturgeon. I really like catching the lake sturgeon. Niagara
Not
Falls
sure
is
if it's another
probably one of
big
my favorite
fish.
maps too. I didn't say Niagara
If
Falls,
in
but
a small
I
white
absolutely
in a
love
small
going to
white
Niagara Falls.
thing.
I know a lot of people don't like it because of the mist and stuff, and
Okay,
it's hard to
ready.
see.
I
Or they
need
say
this.
it's hard to see some of the bubbles and swirls. I don't think so. Maybe a little bit in the mist or whatever, in the heavy part of the mist, but I still think you can see them. But my absolute favorite fish to have is the unique from the same map, Niagara Falls, which is the red-bellied lake sturgeon. That's
Bro,
that's my
why
favorite
is
fish to have so far.
the Wells
Now that
catfish less
saying
than the
that, I
bream?
haven't caught a
And
lot of
it's
the
like
uniques, a lot of saltwaters,
50
a lot
times
of the
bigger.
uniques in the saltwaters. I just really like that catfish, lake sturgeon.
Mm.
Developers
They're
need
for whatever reason, I really like catching those fish. You know, like, and one of the cool parts is you can't necessarily target just the lake
how do you
sturgeon,
get the title
but
things? Like I
like
have the dozers
the
all the
other
way
fish
through, but
that you
how do you get
catch
the
when
others?
you're fishing for lake sturgeon are just cool. You know,
The
even the
what?
Atlantic salmon, which is
The
kind of my
title.
least favorite of all those fish. But you
Like
get
the
the
banners,
paddlefish. The
like the
paddlefish is
dozers always
freaking
with you.
awesome. I
I have
love
the
the
dozer.
paddlefish.
That's the only one.
It's hard to catch. It's
Oh,
so
have you
crazy
complete? I don't
looking.
know. Maybe it's
Probably one
completing
of the
those
craziest looking
trophies
fish.
on the side. Completing
And
those
you know,
things over
I
there
enjoy
to the
catching it.
left.
And I think
That
that
bookcase is to
it,
the left.
you know, it doesn't
Yeah.
spawn very often, or at least I don't
Yeah,
catch
is
it very
yours all
often.
done?
I pretty much fish the
No.
bottom there.
Yeah,
So
you might look at that and see. I don't know.
I think it spawns
Mine
about
did. It just
right or
showed
about
like
what I
it
would
just showed up
expect.
in there.
So
And it was probably
yeah,
because I
so like
finished some stuff.
that, and
So I
then
don't know.
the unique,
Couldn't
and
tell
so
you.
yeah, I really enjoy catching fish. So if you
I
ask
swear,
like
if the
where's
fish
my
I'm
favorite
not
place
fishing for that
to
I'm
catch
using the bait
fish and to go
for
fishing,
doesn't eat the
it
bait,
would absolutely be
then
Niagara
are they
Falls.
lying? Or the fish just
And
doesn't want to come
absolutely Niagara
and
Falls.
get
I know
caught.
some people would probably say Alabama, where the alligator gar is,
I hear like a
but mine is
loud
Niagara
breathing.
Falls. That's for sure my favorite place to sit back, chill out, and just fish and catch big fish. You're catching big fish.
Oh,
You make, as far as points go and stuff, you make okay points. You don't make as good as some other maps, but you know, if I'm not worried about that, I'm definitely probably going to Niagara Falls because I just enjoy the scenery there. I enjoy the view.
94.
Excuse me.
not bad.
Congratulations on your first lake sturgeon, though. That's I know the Atlantic sturgeon brings
Okay,
more money and
buddy.
stuff, but I don't think it's. I mean, I guess you
I'm
can.
catching everything
I
but
mean,
the fish I want to
you
catch.
can go out and catch it, but I'm like I said, I'd rather be in Niagara Falls
No,
and
the
catching
gold
it.
ran out. And the epic. Gold.
Oh,
More
I
money.
broke that one off. I thought I heard my wife
What was
knocking, but
that?
it must have
Somebody
been
lost a
fireworks.
fishy.
More money.
Or
More
did it just
Yeah, it
jump
was.
out?
bills being paid.
No, it was me. I thought my wife was knocking at the door, and so I looked up to see if she was there. But no, it must have been fireworks outside.
More money equals more bills being paid. More bills being paid means more victims.
Are you just rambling, Poker King? What's up?
Huh?
You're talking about more money, more bills being paid. What's going on?
More money equals
I was
more
just,
bills being paid.
I'm
More
just
bills
asking if
being
you're
paid
rambling.
equals
It
more
sounded like you were
victims.
rambling on a little bit.
Yeah, I got that PTSD.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be on. I'm not gonna be on for much longer, personally,
Huh?
but I'll be back on.
The mic cut out.
I'm just trying to make sure I get a big
The
enough
Probably
mic.
lead
muted
that
himself.
I want to go spend some time with my family
Might
before
have
the new
muted
year,
himself talking to
and
his wife.
and then I plan to get on after the new year. I don't know exactly when, but you know, after the new year, I plan to get on again, and I want to make sure that if I lose my lead, I have a chance to get it back before 3 a.m. And I'm just talking about because I made it from 7th to 6th today. I didn't think I was actually going to. It doesn't really bother me if I don't, but you know, it's kind of just a personal goal thing. So yeah, I'm going to try to do that.
I think I'm all catfished out. They won't let me catch no more. Uh. Maybe I caught my limit.
Oh no! I hope it lets me catch more. I need to shoot off a firework here. Let me do that.
Here, I'll get this one.
It's a,
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I just shot it off. You can get the next one.
Okay.
Trying to get 1,000 points up before I don't know if I'll be able to. I need like 200 more points, so I'm gonna
9:56.
fish this catfish like crazy.
You got about 2 hours and 4 minutes till New Year's.
I need 10 more Wells catfish to get 1,000 points up, I think, or maybe just over that.
I don't even know how many World Catfish I have. I got like 3.
In Barcelona, it's no problem with the
The
questions.
Dragoon
I don't mind answering the questions. In fact, I kind of like tough questions like that. But I'll just always be
Wait
honest
for
with you with
new
the answers.
rod.
Like if it's a tough question, I may need some time to think about it, or may just give you my best guess at the time. And the whole thing with like, what's your favorite map? It's so
yeah, those
subjective.
epics in the event, those
It
are
could vary
15
from day to
each.
day. I think it has been Niagara
Epics in the
and
event.
Fish the
for a
bottom.
while, but
Yeah, well, yeah.
again,
Okay, we might have
one
to
day it
go.
could be one
We
thing,
might
one
have
day
to
it could
go
be
to
another.
Bluebell. Get some of those. Seeing some money. Bro,
Maybe that's that. Maybe you're that right there. Please be it. Please be it. Come on. Give
Go
me.
Wells, go.
I was nowhere near it.
Go Wells, go.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Let's
Come
get
on.
some Wells.
I'm broke. I got no money.
Why were you spending all your money on well, I guess you spent pearl coins on fireworks. I was gonna say, why are you spending all your money on fireworks? But I guess that's not the case.
Cause I'm down to 11,000. Because I buy my this rod, right? It
Uh-huh.
broke, so I had to just buy a new one. Like
Oh.
as we speak. Cause it made me broke
Yeah, you gotta leave yourself enough
$7,500
money to buy a new rod and reel if it's needed.
That is
And
true.
bait.
Because I mean, it's hard. I mean, well, yeah, you do have to buy new. Oh, come on! Keep sending it the wrong way. There, kind of go that way. Yeah, you have to leave yourself. Oh, why do I have that? That's the wrong lure.
Ooh, I'll
Okay.
be back in a minute, guys.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Where are you going, catfish? This is the bait you like, buddy. Come back here. Come back here, catfish. Oh my gosh. That was the bait you liked. I landed it right on top of you and you swam away. You son of a
this
gun.
Maybe he's allergic to fishermen.
Look at that. I'm dangling this right in front of him. Come and get it. Come and get it, buddy. I think you're right. Like, there's something going on here. Like, this guy will not take my bait. And it's the
We
right
put
catfish.
extra. Now forget catnip. We
I
put
have had
extra
to
fish
leave,
nip.
and I did have to earlier because the same thing was kind of happening. I just switched rooms and came back, and it seemed to fix things. So I don't know.
We put extra fish nip in there. Why won't you eat it? It's like catnip, but for fish. I know you
Like,
want it.
this
I
guy's
know.
right here. I'm like watching it. I was right in front of him. Okay, I'm just gonna reset the fish, see if that fixes it.
I swear, if this fish doesn't eat my bait within 5 seconds, I'm throwing my headset across the room.
okay.
This fish.
Chill out, bud. Don't throw your headset.
Yeah.
It's expensive. You don't want to break it.
It is.
Like, how bad would you feel if it broke, dude, and you couldn't play? That wouldn't be fun.
Warranty. That warranty.
Yeah, well,
Well,
not always.
they don't fix like things that like you break on purpose, or they fix
Yeah.
manufacturer defects, right? So that's like stuff that breaks
I don't
through
know.
no fault of your own. If they figure out that you broke it, then guess what? They don't pay
You
for it.
pay for it.
Either you get a new one or you pay for it yourself to be fixed.
I don't want this fish.
Son, it's not letting me have the daggone top.
I don't want this fish.
All
I
I
want
see
my
is
other fish. I catch more of the fish I
there.
want to get on a different bait than the one it says to use. How is that possible?
Sometimes it happens.
game's bugging.
Sometimes you just like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what happens, but it does happen.
But you're right there. 210 credits. I'll take that. Come on, bro. Just eat the bait.
Are you
Really
calling the fish
good.
bro?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you.
Come on, bro. I'm putting the bait exactly in front of or on top of your head. How do you not notice it hitting your head?
I had the same problem a few minutes ago. I had to reset the fish, which seemed to fix the problem.
Fish, bro. Maybe they don't like fishermen.
Could be. I don't think any fish likes fishermen.
That's number 21 for me.
Nice.
Yeah. I didn't know I had that. I didn't think I had that many.
Where's my worm? How are you catching them so much?
Which one are you after? Are you after the wells?
Wells catfish.
You just have to keep resetting until you get the big swirl.
Yep.
I got big swirls. Then they turn into little swirls.
Yeah, but you're not. Are you level 20 yet? You can't catch them until you get. Oh, if you're level 20, then fine. I thought you said you were at 19. You've already gotten
Yeah, I
level 20
leveled
then.
up.
Yeah,
Nice.
he had one bar to
Nice.
go.
Congratulations. Then yeah, just keep resetting the fish until you get, and as long as you're on expert and level 20, you'll get them until you get 8. And it's absolutely you can't mistake it for anything else. It'll be a huge swirl on top, and
Yeah.
then that'll be that. And then cast out and use either the
Worm or
minnow.
popper.
The minnow is what I like to use, or
Oh,
what's the other one? Worm that it likes.
popper
Popper.
and wormer.
Yeah.
Worm, popper and worm. Float fish worm.
Yeah. And you can't help but get it when you see that huge swirl. I mean, that's
So we're going to bait or lure fishing. Forget this. What does it take for a lure? Minnow and
you're
popper.
float fishing. Oh, that you can do popper or minnow.
Yeah.
If you're doing
What are you using?
lure fishing, I'm using minnow, but popper might be. Popper's easier to keep on the top.
Yeah, I do popper. Popper work good too.
No, it's float fishing, but it's a spinning rod.
How are you float fishing with a spinning rod?
I don't know.
I didn't see a float on there. That's kind of weird.
Look, it's like it's a float fishing lure, but it's a spinning rod.
No, that's a popper. I see a popper on there. You might need to reset your headset, dude. That's a popper with a dragon rod.
How does that make sense? That shouldn't be able to make sense. I'm
Maybe
going
you're
to
glitched or
Jeruma.
something. I saw a popper with it. See, that's the green popper. You had the blue popper on with a dragon rod.
So now I can't use the rod that I'm supposed to use? Okay, buddy. My headset's at 15. Probably gonna go edit videos. I'm gonna go edit some videos.
Have
Bye-bye.
fun.
354
Have
wells
fun.
catfish caught
Thank
so
you.
far.
I'll launch you a gold
How
one.
many?
354.
Is that how many you got?
Yeah.
Holy cow, you've been fishing the snot out of them things.
Well, I started out at 100 something earlier, so I've caught about 200 today in these few hours.
Hey.
Or more.
22.
I don't remember what number I started out at, but yeah, I fished the snot out of them for sure. I don't know with tuna because I haven't fished enough saltwater, and I haven't caught enough tuna to know. So sorry, Barcelona.
Oh, that popped right on top of those. Oh, this is not it. Probably the fry.
The brain fry.
Yeah. Or European perch.
That worked.
Fry.
Oh no, it was a brain fry.
Yep.
Is Homegrown coming back? Did he just step away for a bit or what?
Yeah, he did. He probably
Oh.
wanted to have smoke.
Oh, okay. I saw
Fix
him
him
there and I
something
was
to
like,
eat. He was
I
going to
just want to
get a
make sure he
drink.
wasn't glitched out or something.
Yeah.
No, that makes
He's going
sense.
to get himself a drink, too, I believe.
That works. Oh. All right, pick ran out.
Should have done that.
That'll warm you up.
Welcome back. Did you get a drink?
Thank you, thank you. All right, Jules, I'm here to catch up with you now. Just done 3 back to back.
Listen to you. I'm just sipping on my cup. Sipping.
Yeah. When I go, I don't sip. I shoot her straight and chase her with
No.
sody.
Oh, no. I sip. I sip.
Depends on what I'm drinking,
Got
but
some.
yeah,
I got some bite. That has some bite to it.
I do like to sip. Shots were a thing when I was in my 20s or something. They're
Yeah,
Yeah.
dangerous.
I'm down there 70 and I'm still shooting them.
That
Nope.
puts hair on your chest. And I got enough hair
Yes.
on my chest.
I don't know if it puts hair on your chest, but I tell you what, that turkey 101 is liable to take a few off.
uh, burn them off. That's dang right. Oh, the turkey 101. Woo! That's more than I can stand. I'm more of a, I like to have a little scotch, a little single malt
Oh, that was my
island
wife's drink, scotch. She loves
over a
scotch.
little over a little ice or with a little bit of
That's what I'm
water to
drinking.
open
Some
it up.
Fireball. I'm drinking Fireball over ice.
No. You know what you should
What do
drink
you
though if you
know?
like Fireball. You know they make the iced tea vodka. That stuff is dangerous. Sweet tea vodka. It tastes like sweet tea, and it is
Really?
dangerous. Oh yeah,
Well, I
Huh.
can't do clear,
that stuff is.
clear liquor.
You put it, you put it over some ice, and you sip it just like a
Uh-huh.
sweet tea, and yeah, you can't taste the alcohol,
Oh,
and
okay.
it is dangerous, but it's pretty good.
That's just like the Crown and Crown Apple and Mountain Dew. You
I've
can
never
drink the
tried that.
snot out of that and not even know it because it tastes like a Jolly Rancher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tastes like a green apple Jolly Rancher.
Well, if I'm going to do a mixed drink or anything, I've got this. It's called old fashioned.
Yep, I've had an old fashioned before.
Well, this is already pre-mixed.
Uh huh.
All you do is put a little uh, maraschino cherry juice in there, a couple of cherries, and
Uh-huh.
throw some ice in there. That's pretty good for sipping.
So for me, wintertime, vodka on the rocks warms you right up. In summertime, uh, heck, vodka and tonic water. That's it. Instead of a
I was gonna
Oh,
say
I
your
can
vodka tea.
vodka and tonic water. And I like
I
the
cannot
good
do
Russian vodka. You know, the like
Smirnoff.
the Stoli or something that has flavor to it. I don't want any of this
Yeah.
vodka that's like you know 100 times distilled. You know, no flavor to it. Whatever. I mean, I understand
Like
people like
drinking
that kind of stuff, but
gasoline.
I want something that tastes like Russian potato vodka. You know, like
I can't drink clear liquids for some reason. I get the only word I can think of is ignorant when I drink
Oh,
yeah.
clear liquid.
oh, you're an ugly drunk, huh?
When I'm drinking clear liquid, yes, ma'am. When I'm drinking brown liquor, now I get all happy and
I don't like brown liquor. Gives me a hangover like nobody's business. I mean, brown liquor's okay. I'll shoot it sometime or like well, if I have to, but I prefer the clear stuff.
I
Like
used to
a
watch my
really good
dad.
gin. I love a good gin or a good vodka. I like the clear stuff. I guess.
I used to watch my dad on Saturday night. Every once in a while, he'd get him a bottle of what was that he drank? Crown, no, oh, Seagram Seven.
George Seacom.
Have a 7 and 7. Or was he just drinking it straight?
He'd drink it straight and chase it with Coke,
Okay.
and that's where I learned to drink. How I learned to drink alcohol.
Huh.
I wa- I quit drinking clear liquor when it almost got me and all my buddies into a
That's why I
big
quit
barroom
drinking. That's
fight.
why I quit drinking tequila. Whew. Oh,
I got fondered
tequila.
on tequila. Oh, I can't drink that no more. Can't go past my
We
lips, my
Yeah.
nose,
Nope.
nothing.
Nope. Nope.
we went out
The
Oh,
same
I get
thing.
sick, 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 sick as a
I
dog.
don't even want to smell it. Oh yeah, just oof.
No,
That's the way I am with Southern Comfort. I cannot even
The Southern Comfort,
stand.
same way with me. I just cannot do the
Ugh.
Southern Comfort.
Well, I
I've
drank
been
a pint of that in about 30 minutes. And
ooh.
I
Yeah,
got
the
so sick
tequila
I couldn't.
comes because I used to go to
Ugh.
Mexico back in the day, and
uh.
ooh,
Well, last
Yeah,
time I drank clear liquor, me and my buddies were at
that's not it.
a club on lower part of Greenville Avenue in Dallas, and we were sitting there drinking, and this girl came in with a couple of guys, and I knew that girl. I knew her. We used to go to school together. I just couldn't remember her name. And I was sitting there at the bar. She walked up to the bar, ordered a drink, and I said, "Excuse me." I said, "Don't I know you?" She goes, "No, I don't think so." I'm going, "Okay." I said, "Didn't we go to school together?" "No, I don't think so."
she's trying to
I said,
maintain her cover.
"Okay." She's starting to piss me off now, which didn't take much when I'm drinking clear liquor. I said, "Well, I guess you don't want to get to know me or let me buy you a drink." "No, I don't think so." And when she said it like that,
Oh
next words
Lord,
out
he
of
is.
my mouth almost caused a riot in that club. Because I told her, I said, "I guess a blowjob's just completely out of the question then." Oh my
Oh,
God. She got mad. I was mad by then.
oh,
She went
well, I
over
don't
there
know
and
why
told
she
her
got mad. All she
boyfriend.
had to do was say no.
She went over there and told her boyfriend. He was sitting there staring a hole at me from across the road. And a couple of times he looked like he wanted to come over there, but his buddy stopped him. My buddies were standing there. We got your back. We got your back.
Oh yeah.
After that, I said, man, no more. They told me what I did that the next day. And
So
I said,
I was
that
dating a
that
girl.
was
Worst time that I've had. I was dating a girl, and this was when I was in the service, and me and my buddies went. She went to college in a different town, but we went over there, and we went out to the club out there where the college was, and it was me and my buddies, and a bunch of her girlfriends and stuff out hanging at the club. And I'd only been dating this girl like once or twice. She was nice or whatever. But I had enough. I called it quits when she walked up. She was in the club and like we were dancing or somebody started coming over to dance with her, and she was like, "I'm not gonna dance with you. I'll get my boyfriend to kick your ass." And I'm like, "Nope, you're not getting me in a fight. I'm sorry."
so you
You
got
got
me
the
mixed up
wrong
with
guy.
somebody
And
else.
this was a big dude. I was like, "Nope, nope, nope. You're on your own." You're crazy, girl.
Well, I'm not, but like
I
five
don't
foot
care if the
eight.
guy was small. Just don't speak on my let me get in there. You
Yeah.
don't be like, hey, my boyfriend's gonna come and like, no, thank you.
Yeah, no.
I'm like 5'8".
My boyfriend will
I'm
kick
not.
your ass. Nope.
Back then, I was pretty slender. Yeah. Well, I tell you what,
Not that I was like
I
scared of
got
getting fights or anything. The first night I showed up in Arizona when I was stationed there, I actually showed up and it was like Friday night, and so everybody was at the club on base, and so I went over there, and this was an army base, and of course, I was in the Marines, and I walked in
Uh-oh.
there and I met some guy, and he was like, "Hey, are you a new guy?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, you look like a Marine. You're with us, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." But I walked past this other guy, and he like bumped into me, and he's like, "Are you a Marine?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I just decked him, and then we got in this huge bar. The entire bar got into a fight, and one of my buddies, like he's this old corn-fed guy from Nebraska, and he literally, I think he took out like three guys, and yeah, yeah, and he got caught, but like of course, you know,
Good times, weren't they? Those
well,
are good times, weren't they?
yeah, but like he got caught and stuff, and so in the military, it's essentially your bosses that have to deal with you, right?
Right.
For getting caught
Yeah.
doing something or whatever. So since it was a Marine against an Army guy, like he didn't get any
Oh,
punishment.
yes.
He got congratulations. He's like, hell yeah. They're like, did you know what he did? He took out three guys, three of those Army idiots. Like that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he
I
got a
got a
slap
brother.
on the wrist saying, "Hey, don't get in,
Yeah.
let's not get in brawls
He got
anymore." But like
reprimanded. He has to.
in in
Yeah.
in the behind closed doors, it was like, "Good job, man.
Yeah.
Good job."
I've got a little brother. He's like 5'6". He's not very tall at all, but he's short and stocky. Well, we went out with my mom and dad to a club called Dewey Grooms, and they had live bands. But intermission time, they'd turn the jukebox on, and he was in there wanting to listen to the jukebox. He walked up there, and this big old cowboy stuck some money in the jukebox and was pushing numbers, his selections.
Uh huh.
My little brother just walked right up in front of him and started pushing numbers of what he wanted to hear.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
I'm going,
Lordy.
I'm going,
Oh,
oh geez, this
Lordy.
guy's this guy's gonna kill him. He started
Hmm.
talking smack to my little brother. My little brother, now you got to understand, Dean. He thinks he's 7 foot.
Uh huh.
He drug a chair up over to that guy and stood up in that chair so he could look down at him and scream at him. I'm going, oh my God, he's gonna die. I went over there, snatched him off that chair, and gave that guy some money. I said, man, he's drunk. I said, I said, here, here's some more money for the jukebox.
Oh, I've had little.
Bro,
Listen, it was the little Marines that we had to watch out for. Those guys, they thought they had something to prove or something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it was the little guys that you watch out for, man. They get a few drinks in them, and
mm-hmm.
they think that they're big dogs. And oh, I remember Craig, Craig one guy named Craig, and he was just like that, man. You get a few drinks in him, and he was like a little pit bull, man. He was ready to go out
That's Dean.
against anybody that was like huge, big, much bigger than him. And you're like, Craig, dude, chill out. Craig, Craig, do you see how big this dude is? Shut your mouth.
Right?
Shut your mouth, dude. Come on now.
Well, that guy stood. I know he stood at least a head and a shoulder higher than Dean. And when he drugged that chair over there to stand up in it and scream at that guy, I said, boy, now I've never seen anything
Son
like that before. I said,
That's funny. That's TV. That's a
yeah.
I was,
that's something you see on TV.
Yep. It
oh
is.
Lord, something you almost seen in the emergency room is what it was about to be. I snatched him off that chair, gave that big old boy some money. Said, here, man, he's drunk. I said, I'm sorry. Here's some money for the jukebox. Boy, my dad chewed his butt from one end to the other. My dad and mom was with us, and a couple of other brothers and a sister. And we was all out dancing, having a good time. Oh,
Now I did have a friend of mine, and he was a little pit bull too. But this dude could hold his own. It didn't matter. You were big, you were little. He was gonna whip your ass. Like I never saw this guy. I saw fight a few times, and I don't know if he had some sort of training or what, but like you don't want to mix it up with this guy. And he was very unassuming, like very unassuming. But when he got mad and you got in a fight with him, he he was the kind of guy that you underestimated a lot, and I think he took advantage of that. To be honest, little guys, but they those little guys they love to talk so much smack. It's like, dude, look at you. You're 5'2".
well,
He's
Hey,
six
Dean,
seven.
that's how tall I
usually,
am.
usually Dean's real quiet, real laid back, and
Uh huh.
but boy, when he got a snoot full, mm-mm,
He sounds exactly like
mm-mm.
that guy Craig. That dude Craig. He was chill. He got a little he got a little liquor in him, and he was just
Yeah,
firecracker, man. He was ready to fight, ready to brawl.
There we go.
We had a female Marine. It was like I guess maybe the male version of that or whatever. Like if you knew her when she was sober or whatever, she was the nicest, like sweetest, nicest girl. Like super, like whatever. Like you would think that she was just like like she wasn't Southern, but like just had the courtesies of like the Southern belle. Like super nice. You couldn't do anything to upset her. Like she get a couple drinks in her, and her mouth was just the like potty mouth, like MF and son of a bitch. And she was ready to fight. She would fight anybody. She did not give two shit. She would fight anybody. She was mean, and she'd be mean right to your face, and she didn't care. She just had no care in the world, and she would say, like you'd be her friend, and trying to like get her to like not drive or take her keys or something, and she'd be like, "What about you, little such?" Like like really personal stuff. I'm like, You don't even know me. Like, what are you talking about? Like
It's
for
amazing
real.
what liquor would do to a person.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my
My
goodness.
mom gave my dad up one night. He oh, he uh he got to talking about liquor and doing stupid stuff, telling us kids, if you ever go to jail, I'm not getting you out of jail. I'll bring you some cigarettes, but you're gonna stay there.
Uh-huh.
My, my mom said, "Well, Cecil, if your dad would have thought that way, you would have stayed in jail that night. You climbed in the back of the police car and went to sleep." Back then, when he was young, the low
Uh-huh.
Model T looking Fords,
Uh-huh.
the police used just had a single star on the side of it or
Yep. Yep.
said police or whatever. He got drunk one night and his daddy told him to go get in the car and start sleeping it off. He went out there and crawled into the back of a police car and they came out there and my dad seen him in the front seat. He said, "Oh, wait a minute, I'm in the wrong car." They told him, said, "No, lay back down, son. You're in the right car." And they they hauled him on off to jail.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Lay back down. You're in the right car.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
lay back
funny.
down, son. No, you're in the
Right
right
back
car.
down. You go right. Yep. I'll have you home soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think my dad wanted that story to get out, but it did.
Well, I hate to say it, but I think police officers were kind of a different breed back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not that they're all not a different breed, but different times for sure.
Well,
Gone are the
no,
days of
the law was more respected. The law was respected back then.
yeah.
Well, yeah. If you didn't respect them, they'd tune you up real quick.
But they also
Exactly.
earned that respect too, right? So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
Well,
it's a two-way street when it comes to respect.
Yep.
it is.
And I'm not saying like not getting political on anything, but Andy Griffith is you know that used to be the regular, and
Right.
you just don't have police that are quite as in touch with the community, and this even counts for smaller towns and stuff. I think smaller towns are maybe a little bit better, but I don't know. I don't know if it when it changed or what changed, but yeah, it's not good, and you'd like to see. I mean, police should be respected. I think that's a big deal, but you also have to earn the respect too. Like and and it's sad to say, but there are a few bad apples that can ruin. It makes the entire bunch look bad. I think the vast majority of police are very good people, very very good people, and just those bad apples that, especially when they bring the news stories up about them and everything else, it does nothing to help people's confidence in law enforcement and stuff like that. So it's a sad situation for sure. All that stuff.
I had a brother. He was a police officer. And he
I have,
uh
I have to
he
admit,
was a
most
little
of
bit
my interactions
overbearing.
with, or all my interactions with law enforcement have been straightforward and good, and I've always dealt with cops that I thought were like nice and stuff. I've never had bad interaction with law enforcement. So
Well, you gotta stop and think what they go through every day. I mean, I'd have a bad attitude some days myself, probably.
yeah, I mean they're human. Everybody's human, right? Everybody's human.
The
Everybody
amount of
has good days and
smack
bad days, and
that gets talked to them at them, stuff thrown at them all the time.
oh yeah,
Well, I had a brother. He was a cop. And he was a little overbearing. I guarantee you he was. He was. Fireworks are going now. In the neighborhood now.
all right, guys. I think this is my last fish, at least for
Okie
now. I'll probably be on later. I'm gonna go spend a couple hours with the family, watch the ball drop,
I hear you.
Alrighty.
and then get back on here, I guess. Let me do a little more fishing and then head on to bed. Enjoy the new year. So happy New Year, both of you. Enjoy
Yep, you
fish
too.
Same
time.
to you, man.
You too.
Maybe I'll fish a little more. I hear my wife singing out there. She's singing something.
Uh-oh.
Your wife's
I
doing
wonder
what?
if she's been had a little too much. I think she's been celebrating without me.
Oh, she's already started.
Well, so I mean, she sings, so like if she's watching a movie or singing, she might be singing along with it. I mean, I don't know where my daughter is, probably upstairs. So who knows?
I do that sometimes. I get my YouTube out and I've got a bunch of songs that I've got saved up.
All
I'll
right. Oh, go
do
ahead.
sing right along with them.
Oh, that's it for me. Have a good night.
All
All
righty.
right,
Happy New
Dinkum.
Happy
Year's.
New Year.
Happy New
Happy New
Year,
Year.
bud.
Nice meeting you, homegrown.
Yep.
Yep, same
I'm
here.
gonna. If I haven't added both of you, I'm gonna add you. I think I might have
Yeah,
added
I'm
you
gonna.
already, Jules.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna.
if not,
I was about to say the same thing. I was
yeah,
gonna send you a
yeah,
follow
Jules, I've
request.
already added you, but yeah,
Yep.
homegrown, I just added you. Thanks. All right, guys.
All right,
Yep,
appreciate it.
yep. All right. See
All
ya.
right,
See
man.
you later.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
All
Year.
right.
All right, chat. That's gonna be it for now. Plan to log in sometime after midnight. I'm gonna go ahead and schedule it for 1 o'clock, but I might be on a little bit, and this is Eastern time that I'm talking, so I'll schedule a live for 1 a.m. Might be on a little bit earlier than that if you want to check in and see. Hopefully, I'll be able to bring in the new year if you're celebrating with some of you guys or celebrate the new year. I'm going to make sure that just so you know, we're up here. I'll take a little picture here. Whoops, where is it? Picture. Go back to the screen. See what this is. And what we'll do when I get back on is we'll kind of review that the 90 through 100, see if we've had anybody making moves. So far in the top 10, we haven't had anybody making moves today. Maybe Big J may have made a move today. Let's check it. I don't remember what he was at earlier. He might have made a move up today from like 9th or 10th, because I think Archer was behind me. Not sure. Not sure. Looks like squirrely squirrels. Maybe not. I thought that person had made a push, but I guess not there. So anyway, yeah, we'll kind of take a look at the leaderboard, freshwater, saltwater, see where everything is, and have a happy new year as well. So as far as that's concerned, if you have your new year starts has already happened, or if your new year's already happened, happy new year. If your new year starts in about an hour and a half, just over that, I wish that you have a happy new year and enjoy the bringing into the new year. And if your new year is in the future, I also wish you have a happy new year if I don't see you before then. So, all right, everybody, have a good night. Good night, chat, and happy new year.